No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
And
This thing does suck. How you guys doing? Welcome back from, I don't want to say spring break. I want to say Thanksgiving break. Welcome back from Turkey Day. It's Groovinator from RaidersLostFlix.com. How's everybody doing tonight? I am joined with my co-hosts, MJ and Pete. Pete, say hi.
Hola. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday. I'm off cameras. I'm currently still swollen from all the turkey and stuffing and everything. Gobble, gobble, y'all. Hope nobody got trampled buying a TV today, by the way.
Picking up some feedback. Sounds like somebody's in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Not me.
I don't know who that is. Let's see. Hang on.
I'm not sure who that is.
How's that?
It just sounded really windy. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still picking it up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, too. Anyways, we'll be all right. Oh, we lost MJ.
Did you just call her a him?
Yeah.
Did you just call MJ a him?
No, I didn't. Did
No.
I? Did I call MJ a him?
No, he said we
I am
just
so
lost her.
confused right now.
Oh,
Where
look
am
at
I?
too.
you. Look, I'm old people, okay?
We're joined by Chris Wicks. Hail, Chris Wicks.
Hey,
Chris
Chris.
He's
Sorry, I'm sorry I missed your call, Chris. I was still with the family last night.
oh, it's okay. MJ will be back. Computer just restarted, so we'll be all right. We'll get this show on the road at some
Okay.
point. So we have a special guest tonight. This is one of my good buddies, Alex from Raiders Lost Flicks. What's going on, Alex?
Doing good. It's been a pretty rough month, but silver lining, I'm still doing better than Elizabeth Banks right now.
Oh my God. So can we just agree, while we're waiting for MJ to go on, can we just agree unanimously that Elizabeth Banks is pretty much the new Brie Larson right now?
Oh, she by far and away is.
Alrighty then.
Actually, I'd say she's new Paul Feig. Brie
Oh,
Larson
yeah.
made
Paul
money.
Feig.
Yeah.
Well, she's making all the textbook mistakes that Paul Feig did.
Yeah.
The whole,
We
you need to
crap on
watch
Brie
this or
Larson, but at least
you're
she made
bad
money.
people. You bad people. You don't watch my movie.
You can't tell people that something's not for them before it even comes out and then yell at them when they don't watch it. You know what I can do? I can laugh all the way at the whole thing, go, "Bish, I did watch your damn movie and it sucked.
Yeah.
I did
Tim
pay to
Miller.
watch your damn movie."
Yeah.
Trust me.
If I wanted to pay money for some woman to insult me, I go to dominatrix clubs like a normal human.
I
Okay.
know.
Every time I'm in the street, I hear
There's one right off I-95, right off I-95 and oh, never mind. That's off air talk.
Deborah gets swatted, man.
Wait a
Way to
minute.
go,
I was writing that down, damn it.
Way to go, man.
I'll give you a referral.
So anyways,
use my punch card.
full stop, I have to admit, I did not see any movies this week. Like, go out to the theater to go see new movies. So all of the new movies will be fielded by MJ. MJ works really, really hard to bring good content to this channel. So make sure you guys give her an extra special thank you for going and seeing Knives Out so that we don't have to.
She suffered for our sins.
And Frozen 2. That's another one, because I didn't sit through the entirety of Frozen 1. I saw part of Frozen because my good buddy Brian had a girl that's like her favorite show ever. And she made me watch part of it, and I think I fell asleep through the last half of it. Like, I really liked the Lego movie, but then when it came time to watch Frozen, I was just like,
I like Frozen. It's all right. I doubt
it's
I'll
all
watch
right,
it.
man.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not the demographic for it, but it's
you know
all right.
how some like kid shows are like appeal to like multiple age gaps, you know what I mean? And then some of them don't. Frozen's one of those where it's just for one particular audience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that age between 8 and 12, you know.
Which
But,
that's
like
fine.
Lego movie
I
like
couldn't.
appeals to everyone.
Yeah.
Lego movie's awesome though, man. All them Lego shows are good though. They have like great voice work too. I mean, Will Arnett as Batman is pretty money in my book, dude. I mean, he's great. Because he pulls that like sarcastic like snark off like to a T, man. That's just like his forte right there. It's Forte, but don't call him Will Forte.
Or Rappin' Forte. Will you call me? I'll
Rapping
be
Forte.
there. Oh,
Like I
yeah.
saw them in concert.
I'll
I saw them in
be
concert like 20
around.
years ago.
We're all showing our age so bad. Oh my god.
I did. I saw him with I saw him with Bone, Gangstar, Cypress Hill, and Black Eyed Peas before Fergie. It was at the Smoke and Grooves tour.
Smoke and Grooves tour?
Yeah, that was fun. It was at an
I
open.
remember the last
at an
rap
open
concert
air
I
venue.
saw, I think was I saw Busta Rhymes. And
Look.
it was I didn't go specifically to see Busta Rhymes. I went specifically to see David Bowie.
Mhm.
But it was the Area 2 show in Chicago, and the headliner was Moby. For whatever reason, David Bowie opening for Moby, which figure that out. But at the time, he was pretty big stuff. And then Busta Rhymes got worked into that set for some reason, and that wasn't very good. I've seen Ice Cube a couple of times.
I'm
I
jealous.
saw,
dude. That's my favorite rapper.
Cypress Hill once.
I've seen them once.
I don't remember most of it. I don't smoke weed, but if you go to a Cypress Hill concert, there was so much smoke in the air, like it's impossible to not get a contact eye. So,
Oh yeah.
Secondhand.
I was pretty blazed, man. I was
It's like
pretty
Michael,
fucking
hey.
blazed.
It's like Michael in The Office. I went to it. What was it? What concert was it? I went to a Alicia Keys concert the other day, and these girls were smoking clove cigarettes, and this girl had a lip ring, and she passed it to me, and I believed it was like clove cigarettes, but I think I might have smoked marijuana.
But you didn't inhale. Yeah.
I didn't inhale.
That's right.
I would no the craziest damn rap concert I went to was it was the entirety of the Cash Money label and the whole Rough Rider.
Master P,
that was
yeah.
that was in
Master
like
P,
what?
yeah.
No, Cash Money.
Cash Money,
Big
that's right.
Timers, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Lil Wayne. Hey buddy.
Who's Little Wayne, Daddy?
Weezy just came. He's like, Weezy, baby. Goddamn, that sounds like a fucking gremlin.
What does Puff Daddy mean?
Yeah, no, no shit. The kid, he saw that anyway. No, but it was like Lil Wayne, Baby, Manny Fresh, Juvenile, Young Turk, BG, and a bunch of other people. Most people never heard
Why
of.
was I thinking Master P was Cash?
Master P is that's No
No
Limit.
Limit Soldiers.
No Limits. Okay. Why did I get those two?
Master
confused?
P made him say He had what else was there? There was
Are you trying to say all rappers are the same, Adam? For shame.
For shame.
I don't remember the labels. The only label that I really remember was Death Row, just because it was so out there all the time.
That was
Hasbro owns Death Row right now.
Does it mean it still exists?
Hasbro.
Yeah, it still exists.
Hasbro got Death Row Records in a licensing deal. They literally own Death Row Records.
Hold up. Are you talking about the same people who own Power Rangers owns Death Row right now?
I want to see the Red Ranger beat the shit out of shit. Can we get the Power Rangers?
Yeah, I was about to say, Green Ranger might actually can whoop his ass.
I think
He
so.
can fight. He can fight.
Green Ranger's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he can legit fight. He might can kick Suge Knight's ass.
Oh, hey,
Wow, that is messed up. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
I saw that shit. I was like, no way.
No, favorite right now is Kendrick Lamar, but that's Kendrick Lamar, and I like Joey Badass. I like him too. So.
At least Disney doesn't own him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever's left of the Wu-Tang Clan, I'll always listen to them too.
Riz and the Jitta.
Yeah, is that who's still alive? The rest of them are all dead now, right?
No, Method Man.
they're
Method Man's still
I'm
around.
kidding.
Yeah, I think ODB is the only one
ODB.
dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was kidding. Yeah.
They just put out a documentary on. No, it was a biopic movie on Hulu, right? I need to watch that.
I need somebody's Hulu login.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think, because I did the Hulu trial just to watch Letterkenny, and I marathoned all 7 seasons of that, and then canceled my thing.
I'm still on season 2.
Wow.
I'm getting there, MJ.
I went through that fast, man. I went through that in like a week.
Well, I have responsibilities too, and I still got to get through the office.
What are you trying to say?
Every time I'm in the street, I hear
Bruh. Bruh.
Thank you for making my jokes for me, video clip.
How convenient.
Oh, so anyways, Hey Pete, why don't we do some box office totals first? Let's get it
All right,
while we're waiting for MJ to catch up with us.
All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at. We'll look at the. Let's see. We'll go over to Box Office Mojo here. Let me get this screen share going.
Yeah, don't expect like Odin Movies blog level of box office. So we're just
Yeah.
gonna tell you what sucks and what doesn't right now.
Yep, we just look at that. I'm not a filmologist, but we can look at this and say Frozen 2 clearly dominating 130 million.
Oh no,
worldwide.
that means we're gonna have Frozen sequels forever.
I
I'm not surprised, but I'm like very disappointed by that.
they're gonna
Actually, I'm very surprised. Usually Disney sucks when it comes to animated sequels.
Yeah,
they don't have a good
Pixar's
track.
good at it, but Disney's terrible at it.
No, they
This is
don't
true.
have a good track record with that.
Yeah, was it Cinderella 2, Cinderella 3, Lion
dude.
King 1.5?
You don't need like it's bad
I
enough.
forgot about Lion King 1.5. That was a thing. Oh.
Then they've got the Lion King. They've got the spin-off Lion King show, the Lion Guard.
Timon,
Disney
it was
Junior.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yep.
Aladdin sequels were okay. They weren't great, but they were okay.
They weren't
I didn't see any of them.
Yeah.
I saw
I
this.
usually don't watch the
one,
sequels.
I watched with my sisters.
Yeah.
Let's see. So number 2 coming in, we got Ford versus Ferrari, which is that's down 50% over the weekend, which it only opened a week ago. So you've got 57,720,248.
You know, I went and saw that one twice. It took my brother-in-law to see that one this weekend because I probably should have asked him if we could see a movie that I haven't seen just so I could review it for my channel. But I was trying not to be selfish, and I got that movie pass. I'm like, what do you want to see? Anything? And see, he's a big motorcycle guy. Like, he likes to race at the tracks, and he has his own motorcycles and stuff like that. So anything racing was right up his alley. And sure enough, he loved it. He did. He absolutely loved the movie. So we got there with barely time to spare, but it still quite a few people in the theater for that one, even a week after it came out.
Well, that's good because
Good turnout. Yeah.
I was actually watching a little bit of that tonight at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
We were sailing the high seas, and
Hey, not that we condone that on
not that we condone that, but I do because I was like, shit, I'm gonna watch some of this, and it was pretty good, man. I was liking what I was seeing so far. Like I
It's
said,
worth it. You don't really have to know anything about racing to appreciate it.
well, that's
Good story with good acting, and entertaining movie by James Mangold.
Thing in Hollywood these days.
It is, but you noticed how this
Yes,
I was talking about this. If you noticed, like the beginning of this year, Alex, it was like really lame, like mediocre to lame movies, and then it started getting better as the year progressed. Like the closer to the end of the year, that's when all the good stuff started coming out.
Pretty much.
Because like a lot of even the big profile movies, like okay, we all liked Endgame, but we knew it was going to be good. I mean, I don't think any of us like doubted that it was going to be terrible. But like after that, it was just kind of like, well, now what else do you got? It seemed like everybody's bar was.
I think the hype is dying down on that a little bit.
Everybody's bar was set so high after that just anything else just seemed like a waste of time after that. And I remember seeing It Chapter 2, and I was amped as all hell to see that, and I was just kind of. I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't think it was as good as like the first one. I was just surprised.
I completely forgot that movie came out.
It had all the problems.
I liked it.
It had all the exact same problems as the miniseries did. I'm like, wow, they learned nothing from that. It's like the first movie's still better. So.
Yeah, I have not seen either of the remakes because I'm just nope. Not gonna
The problem with it is way too long as a book, so it's always going to be weird to adapt it. And as for the ending, like I said, they have to change the ending because the original ending,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the book like eclipses the Bible as far as length goes.
Yeah,
there's a lot of unnecessary backstory, and a lot of it is just one of Stephen King's many cocaine-filled '80s moments, just kind of all wrapped up in its.
He was high when he did that one.
Big time.
He was high.
But then we had towards the end of the year we had Joker, and then that was really great. And then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was glad that one did really well because I went and saw that and I was just shocked at how good it was. I was like, wow, Quentin Tarantino hasn't lost any of his what he's good at. So.
No, he can still make a movie. That's another one I'm gonna be checking out. So we said, good news for Ford versus Ferrari is, down 50% from the previous week, but still a respectable 57 million.
That's the average, yeah.
Yep, not such good news for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
No, and you know what? I think that one's getting, and I can just tell from the person that reviewed it from my website. You know, and for those of you who don't know, RaidersLostFlix.com. Whatever people review a movie, I support. I don't tell people what to write. I don't give people their opinions. If they like a movie and I think it's trash, fine. Hey, my buddy Brian liked The Predator. I fucking hated that movie, but he gave it a good review, and I published it. I mean, it was really hard for me to hit that publish button, but damn it, I support what I believe in. I'm like, if you like it, you like it, you know. So, welcome back, MJ.
Holy shit, y'all!
Hey,
Oh,
back,
finally
right.
back.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No worries, no worries. We're fine. We're just going through some box office BS here. So,
So
yeah, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I think it's suffering from negative word of mouth. Everybody wanted it to be a biopic, and once they find out it's not, they're instantly turned off by it. I'm noticing that reaction. I thought it was a wonderful movie, but you know, it's not what people thought it was going to be, and it's not quite what it was. Even advertising, most people assumed that it was a biopic, and that's kind of where that discussion goes. So I'm not surprised that one's not doing
Wait,
well.
what did this movie end up being? Because I haven't seen it yet.
It is a fairy tale. If you've seen any episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, it is a movie meant to be like a long episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's about the guy that interviewed Mr. Rogers, loosely based on the guy that interviewed him for Esquire, named a Man of the Year or Hero of the Year or whatever like that. And the guy that's interviewing Mr. Rogers is trying to deconstruct Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers is simultaneously trying to figure out why he's so angry. You know what I mean? It's kind of like them learning about each other and finding, you know, what's ailing them, you know. So that's what it's really about. So
interesting.
It's really good. It was very uplifting. I enjoyed it. A little sad at times, but I left ultimately uplifted, and I thought it was a wonderful movie. I had a great script, of course, fantastic acting. You can't go wrong with Tom Hanks. So
No, you cannot.
no,
but-
Mr. Tom Hanks is always money.
But yeah, it's not a
likable,
biopic, so it's not grabbing the attention, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Next on the list, we have 21 Bridges, a movie I was excited about, and now
God.
not so much. That's at $9,261,268, and I think that's when
That's a big fat L right there.
that sounds like a throwaway movie.
Hold up, man. You said 9 million? That's
9
still
million.
one more than Charlie's Angel, I believe.
Let's see.
Silver
Yeah,
lining.
in its opening weekend, absolutely it is. Yes. Midway is down 45.4%. We are at 43 million overall in 3 weeks. $43,048,234. Number 6, Playing with Fire. Monica, you watched this one.
Yes, I did. Sorry,
And
I was trying to restart again. Holy shit. Okay,
you're
Playing
fine.
with Fire. Yes, I saw that one.
You watched that dumpster fire. That is at
Oh.
$31,522,035 in 3 weeks at the
I
bottom.
have no idea how.
Yeah, that one's down.
From what
45.
I understand, it's not really even something you can take your kids to, because it's like kind of creepy. You know, it's like, do kids really want to see John Cena taking his shirt off?
It.
Not unless he's in a wrestling ring.
It's not like a sexual.
Yeah,
Gesture.
but it's I don't know.
It's
I mean,
fan service for the
were there kids there?
I
There
don't
were
think
there
so.
when you saw it, right? It was an empty theater.
Yeah, I was by myself.
They're like, drink it in, young lady, drink it in.
That was a free
It-
nap. That was a free
he's
nap
not.
right there.
He's not appealing to me. Like, I'm sorry, he's just not. But
Don't
I
apologize
mean-
to me. I don't.
I don't. There was. I can't say anything good about that
Just
movie.
be honest. Just be honest. You just didn't
Well, I
want
have.
Amy Schumer. You didn't want Amy Schumer's sloppy seconds from Trainwreck.
Oh.
Ugh.
hey,
God,
hey,
why?
hey! Just remember this.
Tell my kids that's Miss Piggy.
Just remember this. John
a
Cena had to do a
disgrace to Miss
sex
Piggy.
scene with Amy Schumer and act like he liked it. That man deserves a goddamn lifetime achievement award. Okay.
He does. He deserves an Oscar for that shit.
Mhm.
And then
Or all of the money in the world.
And then
That's what I would say.
he gets to go home to the Bella girl, though. So I mean that not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. Coming in at number 7,
He
the
should
good
just stay home.
probably the good life. So we couldn't see him. I guess is what you're saying, huh?
Yes. It was a horrible movie, is what I'm saying.
I was just using the John Cena "You Can't See Me" thing. Alex got it.
I got it.
The good.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm gonna try not to laugh after every one of those.
I know that one kills me every time. The
You
good.
can
that
never
one-
get too much Miami Connection. Ever.
No, Miami Connection.
Never, ever,
Amazing.
ever, ever, ever.
Let's see. The Good Liar, number 7. That is Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen, and that's $11,791,988 at the box office. You know, that's someone. I bet you the millennials are sitting back and looking at that movie, going, "Okay, boomers, we're not going to come watch you lie to each other."
Who are these old people?
Yeah, who are these old people?
It's the old people movie. It's on Golden Pond for the 20,000.
I actually went to see. I went to see a live play of On Golden Pond.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
It actually wasn't. It was. It was a
Good story.
It was a friend of mine. His kid was in it. It wasn't bad though. It was
I was not into Katharine Hepburn, so I don't get her.
No.
I like Kate Blanchett playing Katharine Hepburn, but I didn't like Katharine Hepburn as an actress much.
Let's see. Number 8. Oh, Jesus, help me, Rhonda. Charlie's Angels, down 61.2% in 2 full weeks at the box office.
I don't know how Playing with Fire beat Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Are you fucking high?
Yay! We have a letter Kenny! I'm so excited.
$14 million. $14,002,052 for Charlie's Angels in 2 full weeks at the box.
You know what's funny?
Domestic.
It's beaten Last Christmas.
Yep.
It's beating a Paul Feig movie.
And Paul
The
Feig.
Elizabeth Banks movie is beating the Paul Feig movie, and he stuck up for her.
And I was just gonna say that, and Paul Feig was like white knighting for Elizabeth Banks,
Oh, love it.
and
love
his
it.
movie's been out a week longer. Oh, but he's at, let's see, overall that's down 52%. He is at 27 million domestic gross on that. No, Charlie's Angels is down total on that is yeah.
But you know how they're going to spin that? Well, it's still in the top 10. It was in the top 10 in November.
Yeah, this is overall like this. Yeah, I mean this weekend we've got let's see. Okay, so Charlie's Angels made this weekend $3,236,460. Last Christmas made $3,099,530.
Because it's literally the only Christmas movie out right now.
Okay, but keep in mind, in 8 weeks in the box office, the number 10 film Joker still made $2,746,029 and only down 48% from the previous.
I'm pretty sure Santa Claus versus the Martians is better than Last Christmas.
Yeah, I mean,
that is
dude,
savage.
Joker's 2.7 million. Last Christmas made 3 million. I mean, Charlie's Angels been out for 2 weeks, made 3.2 million. Joker's at 2.7, and it's been in the box office for 8 fucking weeks. Okay, this is why wow, $1 billion winner right there. Please don't mess that up, DC. Do not let Jar Jar Abrams get his hands on that. So that's this weekend.
So what's coming out this coming week? What we got?
All
for,
right,
movies?
I
I've been playing catch up all day today, trying to catch up with what I'm missing out on. So
all right, so over here, IMDb, we have The Aeronauts is opening December 6th.
What's that about?
2019 action pilot Amelia Wren, Felicity Jones from Rogue One, and the Ruth Bader Ginsburg movie I believe she was in, and scientist James Glacier, played by Eddie Redmayne, find themselves in an epic fight for survival while attempting to make discoveries in a gas balloon. This is an action-adventure biography.
An action-adventure taking place in a hot air balloon. All right, then.
What could go wrong?
Sure.
And yeah,
it makes me want to fall asleep just thinking about it.
That's gonna be
a hot air balloon is only cool in like just a little bit. A movie about hot air balloon. I don't know.
Let's face it, the only movie that a hot air balloon has been cool in was Police Academy 3.
No, Around the World in 80 Days.
Wait,
I still
which
think
version?
Police Academy.
Whichever one. Pick one.
I thought the Jackie Chan one was kind of crappy.
Oh, well,
The original one I like.
depends on how you look at it. I am Raiders of the Lost Flicks.
True. So then this next movie coming out this weekend will probably be one we'll want to check out for a watch party. The Playmobil movie.
I'm probably going to watch the Playmobil movie because what the hell else is coming out this weekend? Seriously.
You don't want to watch Portrait
Playmobil
of a Lady
movie?
on. Well, okay, so this one is a 25 Metascore, and let's hang on. I just need to do this real quick here. Let's flip over to Rotten Tomatoes, and let's see, where's it at? Coming soon. Okay, Playmobil is getting just jacked already, 24% by critics on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's not even.
It's a kids movie. It's a kid. You got to be pretty terrible if you're a kids movie and you're getting those kind of stories.
I thought kids movies were allowed to be bad, weren't they? Wasn't that what they said about Star Wars?
Yeah, it's just a movie about space wizards for kids.
Space wizards for kids.
Mass genocide.
You stupid man babies. Okay, so speaking of odd stuff, here's a Portrait of a Lady on Fire. This is one isolated island in Brittany at the end of the 18th century. One female painter is obliged to paint a wedding portrait of a young
Artsy-fartsy.
Yep. No.
Art house film.
This is like
Art house film.
Oh, so then you'll enjoy our next one. En brazos de un ascencio.
Stop it.
What the hell?
Just stop that. Stop that now.
On
This is all made up.
Brass of the
On
assassin.
the Univision.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Sábado el domingo. Es 9 Easter. All right.
You sound like is it Toy Story 2 where Buzz starts talking in Spanish?
Yeah.
That's what you sound like.
Yep. I do that.
Telemundo, musica.
I read Trey that one of the it's the Toy Story where it's the little short Pixar story where Buzz gets bumped on the head and starts talking in Spanish, so I do that voice for him. Let's see. So we'll skip right over this one because En brazos de Esanino, Victor is one of the world's most handsome men, but he has a deep secret. He's a cold-blooded assassin, smooth talking and seductive. Victor was raised to do one thing only, which is to kill for money. When he is sent to the home of a brutal drug lord to collect payment for his most recent hit, he encounters the beautiful Sarai, played by Alicia Sands, who has been forced to spend the last 9 years of her life with the drug lord. Bum, bum, bum. After Victor leaves the compound, Sarai seizes her chance at freedom by hiding out in Victor's car, but things don't go as planned. This is where you cue the Benny Hill music. And instead of being transported back to her home, she finds herself
2 hours later.
one dangerous man, only to be caught in the clutches of another. While on the run from a vengeful drug lord and his brutal henchmen, Victor's conscience catches up with him as he risks all that he stood for to protect his captive. This sounds like they copied this from the fucking Mandalorian. In the end of the power Saraya unknowingly holds over Victor and their undeniable attraction.
I thought you said you were skipping
her. Right.
What is Sicario for $2 million, Monty?
Yes. I just wanted to read that long ass fucking drawn out fucking
plot description.
That's the whole movie right there. They're talking about the Mandalorian. That's like basically Baby Yoda.
I just aged while that happened.
Yeah, I know. Who directed
Gray
that?
hair
Who
now.
directed?
My 5 o'clock shadow turned into a 10 o'clock shadow.
Episode 9 came out while Pete read that.
That's Mateus Moltrasio.
Oh, God. It's not coming out in any theater near me.
No. Add to watch list. No. Next coming out is Little Joe, a movie about
Hold on, time out. Bye, Chris.
Peace out, Chris. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Okay, time in.
Let's see. Little Joe, Alice, a single mother, is a dedicated senior plant breeder at a corporation engaged in developing new species against company policy. She takes one home as a gift for her teenage son, Joe, and hilarity ensues. Probably not. It's drama and sci-fi, so he probably gets eaten by the fucking plant.
It's going to be full of awkward humor.
What was this about?
Alice, a single mother, is a dedicated senior plant breeder at a corporation engaged in developing new species. Against company policy, she takes one home as a gift for her teenage son, Joe.
So it's man's best friend with a plant.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Now
Audrey 3, the musical. Yeah.
Are they saying plant like the things that grow on the ground? Or
Yes.
Plant, like
Nope. This is a plant that grows in the ground.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have next a documentary called Midnight Family. In Mexico City's wealthiest neighborhoods, the Ochoa family runs a private ambulance, competing with the other for-profit EMTs for patients in need of urgent help. So I want to see these ambulances.
Wow, what a lame weekend of movies.
Yeah,
this all sucks.
No, this is the week that I should be playing catch up. Like I think I'll finally go see
Man's
Dr.
Best Friend
Sleep
ripoff
and,
sounds like the best one.
No, seriously, Midnight Family, because they have to compete with other EMTs. So they're driving around the streets like racing other ambulances, smashing into them, pit maneuvering them into telephone poles to try to save people's lives.
That sounds way more interesting than what that movie probably.
Yeah, I mean, the way you described it sounds like Fast and Furious with flashy lights. You know.
See, I could make there's at least, I don't care if it bombed at the box office. If it made me like at least $100,000, I'd be happy. I can lose the investors everything as long as I make a little bit. I don't care about them. I'm going fucking full Josh Trank on this one.
Anyway, this weekend's looking pretty lame. I guess I'll go see the Playmobil movie, but I'm not looking forward to it.
No, there's nothing. I mean, in the following week, you've got Jumanji, Black Christmas, Richard Jewell, Uncut Gems. I mean, there's the following couple weeks are better. Because you go into the 20th and you've got Soy Walker, The Rise of Soy Walker, episode 9. You've got Cats, which is I'm gonna
let us
stream
know
that.
how that one turns out.
I'm going to after I'm done shredding what I'm sure will be a dumpster fire in The Rise of Skywalker, because I'm going to watch that.
I thought you were going to tell me when you're done shredding a ball of yarn. I'm like, you want to tell us something, Pete? You want to talk to us?
Am I lapping up
milk?
Am I lapping up milk from a saucer? Am I leaping around on nimbly bimbly?
Popping up air balls. Anyways, let's watch some movie trailers. All right, so once again, in the tradition of Hollywood, a movie that nobody asked for, we're getting a Scooby-Doo movie in 2020. Let's watch the trailer. Oh my God,
that's hot garbage.
Yeah, that was bad, dude.
Yeah,
that is hot garbage.
If that is any indication of how my night went.
I am so sorry. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this one is called Spies in Disguise. And that got kind of right. Spies in Disguise.
This is Will Smith?
Will Smith and Tom Holland.
Okay, let's see if Tom Holland's good in anything outside of Spider-Man.
Spies in Disguise, Official Trailer 3 by 20th Century.
We talk as if he's good in Spider. That was legit funny. That one little ended.
Yep.
The rest of
I
it
see. I feel like I watch a lot of kid movies or like younger directed movies, so I've seen all these trailers.
At least you're taking kids to them, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be weird if you went by yourself.
No, I went by myself.
I'll probably see the Playmobil movie by myself and be like, Mom,
right,
who's that weirdo guy in the back of the theater with the scruffy face? Yeah.
My kids are 10 hours away, so.
But
at least you wasn't the only
fair,
one to go see Charlie's Angels.
Hey, God damn it. I know the one dude older than me in the theater had his wife with him and shit. My wife was like, I ain't going to watch that bullshit.
You like that better or worse than the Scooby-Doo trailer?
Worse.
Neither.
That was worse. We do.
That one little joke at the end.
Wait for the next one.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus,
let's do the next one.
Oh, God. Am I going to see any good trailers tonight?
No, there's nothing
MJ is
good
punishing
coming out.
us. There's nothing good coming out.
That's all that's coming out. I can't help it. I don't make
Well, you're about to head into.
I'm blaming you for it.
You have to understand, you're about to head into Dumpuary. Like the end of the year's coming, and we're going into Dumpuary, where all the movies go to die. All right.
I know.
Yep.
All right. So this one is Doolittle. This is RDJ.
Oh, I've seen this trailer.
Have you? Okay. Well,
Tom Holland is also in this.
We're gonna watch it for the
God.
He plays RDJ's little sidekick again.
They must do.
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh, God.
Every time I hear that, I swear he says ass whore.
He does. I used to think he said ass whore. Like, fuck you, ass whore. I used to say it that way.
I can't take this many bad trailers.
Oh.
We have one more. One more.
Oh, come on.
Don't go to the theater anytime soon because it doesn't make it any better.
That's what we do. We go to the theater so that you all don't have to. We'll let you know.
I do enjoy the Jumanji trailer now at this point. I've seen it 14 times and I still like it.
That's a movie I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna rent the original and then I'll watch the new one. Yeah.
It comes out in 2 weeks, the 13th.
I can stare at Karen Jones anytime.
Is it a Friday? I think it's a Thursday. Tuesday? I don't know. I don't know.
It's too far ahead.
Yeah.
Too far ahead to think about. All right. So we have one more kids movie. Yay.
Oh no.
Yay.
Chris Pratt.
December
Tom
13th
Holland.
is a Friday.
Oh good. I'll be in the theater.
Friday the 13th. What
Wait,
could go
did
wrong?
you say another Tom Holland?
Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
Oh God, how many Tom Hollands do I have to see tonight?
Long ago, the world was
All of them.
wonder.
I'll be back. I'm gonna take a break. I can do this. You do it.
What is with the nostalgia songs in these trailers, man?
Because they can't afford Danny Elfman.
But the thing is they don't use the original artist. They just pick some other D-bag to sing it.
They can't afford Danny Elfman. They don't want to pay the original artist.
Yeah, so they hire the Muffin Down the Street band to sing it.
Your dad said to give you this when you were both over 16.
It's a wizard staff. Dad was a wizard.
Your dad was an accountant.
This spell brings him back.
What? Back to life? That's not possible.
It is with this.
I'm gonna meet Dad.
Whoa, feet!
I haven't even watched the movie. I'm already bored. I'm so bored right now.
Dad?
Oh, he's just legs. There's no top part. I definitely remember.
I love Chris Pratt too, so.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Hi. You only have 24 hours to bring the rest of him back.
Oh, I hope there's more to offer to next year than this.
Ta-da!
That's great. Let us ride.
From the creators of better movies
Yep.
comes this Dumpuary movie.
Long run, fine. Dad, gotta go. We're dead.
I'm coming home tonight. Meet me in the valley where the kids collect.
There could be booby traps. Before you cast that spell again, you're gonna have to practice. Elbows out, feet apart, back slightly arched. Elbows.
Try to focus here.
Chris Pratt is slowly becoming Steve Gutenberg.
Oh no.
I can't believe Tom Holland's playing another sidekick.
You can walk on. If you believe
Money talks. Money talks, Alex. What can I say?
I'm sure money talks, but my God, diversify, man. Play something else.
Yeah, I heard you there.
Stop playing shitty Spider-Man.
Cometh soon, huh? Oh, dear God.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Scooby-Doo was the best trailer I've seen tonight. By default.
We can watch the Trolls 2. That's a good trailer.
No, we're not.
Hold up now. Trolls 2 was hilarious then. They hate her, and they're going to eat me. Oh, my God.
I love Trolls. I love Trolls.
I don't think she's talking about the same Trolls.
The kids Trolls.
No, I'm talking about the good.
I know what
she
you're
hasn't
talking
seen Troll 2. Yeah, Troll 2 is a wonderful movie.
No.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo ended up. I made such fun of Scooby-Doo, and it ended up being the decent one by comparison.
I didn't want you to leave if I told you that. I've had to see all of these in theaters. Oh.
I need an adult.
Yeah. to be fair, we did send her. To be fair.
Okay, now to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
They Knives Out had a To Be Fair line, and I had all I could do to not stand up and do that.
Should we jump into that now, or should we do some other? Let's get into it now. That's a good segue. Let's get into Knives Out. MJ went and saw Knives Out so that we don't have to, as I've advertised many times.
Yeah.
Take it away, MJ.
Oh, make me back small.
Okay.
I don't like being by myself.
Have it your way.
God almighty.
We aim to please.
So, yeah, I realize that I have no regard for my life and the torture that I put myself through. This movie was horrible.
Was it really? Oh, that was not the reaction I was expecting.
Yeah,
I thought she was going.
I was not expecting that. Oh, okay.
I thought she was going to say, "Oh, you guys
do explain. Do explain."
The floor is yours, my lady.
I really did try. Okay, this was not at all a Clue movie. Although they did make a reference. He said something like he lives in a Clue board. It was a story about an immigrant getting a second chance.
So it's a Rian Johnson movie.
Yep.
Okay,
all
but wait.
the way Rian Johnson movie. Okay.
I was like, Yeah, no, you're fine. It was 23 minutes in. I like stood up like I was gonna leave, and then I realized. I swear to God, I was so bored, and it was. I was gonna leave the theater, and then I realized that I had to watch another movie after that, and I would have 2 hours to kill. So I sat back down, and then I'm like, I was doing this the whole time.
You should have went watch Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels
had
at
the shields
least,
up and everything. Holy
Hold on.
shit.
What are you about to say about Charlie's Angels?
it at least had a better story.
Oh,
God damn!
Yeah, I swear to God.
Adam.
This was that bad? Like,
wow.
It was a bottle episode. Like, now I know why he directs all the bottle episodes for shows.
yeah.
It went nowhere. You could predict.
Oh damn! That was not what I was expecting.
Hold on, can I say
I've
something
heard some other reviews on this that they're like, well, this is pretty good. Yeah.
It was 2 hours too long.
And you like mystery movies too, don't you?
Yeah.
I like movies with like a cool plot.
Well, MJ, hold up, everyone. I'm gonna be serious for a second. MJ, welcome to the club of people who were personally victimized by Ryan Johnson. You're in now.
I still don't even feel like personally victimized because he didn't make.
You were gonna walk out the movie.
Yeah, let it good. I'm glad. I'm glad you experienced that shit. Let
Welcome to Fandom Menace,
Skywalker.
You only walk out of a movie when it's really, really terrible.
Yep.
Yeah,
well, I didn't.
I've
didn't
done a
leave.
couple. Yeah.
I stayed in because I had nothing else to do for 2 hours.
Or did you stay because you had a review to do?
Hey, hashtag why I stayed.
I thought she was gonna come in and say like, "Man, it was a better movie."
I know. I was waiting for like it's something positive. Actually, I was
waiting for something like, well, if you can get past the fact that Ryan Johnson's an asshole, he's actually pretty good at what he does. No,
what I'm hearing is this is 2 hours of garbage.
Wow.
Yep.
Seriously, I mean, maybe it's just because it takes a lot to hold my attention. I was bored as hell. I at one point, I swear to God, I'm doing one of these, and I looked over at the light. I was like, "That's a really cool looking light on the wall." And then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to be watching."
Oh my God, she's more into the theater lights than the actual movie.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool looking though. I should have took a picture.
Do you guys ever go to a movie theater and the movie's so bad that you turn around and you look at the projector like it's showing the wrong fucking movie?
Yeah, I did that too.
I did that in
You ever
Charlie's
done that?
Angels.
I do that.
It was like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I did it for Thor Ragnarok.
Charlie's Angels, like the projector was like right here. It was like right above my head.
Like,
So
what's
I'm like
the story?
literally, I'm like looking up, going, "Stop it! Just turn this off." Hey, you in there? Turn this off.
I'm wondering what's his story. Is he having a good life? Is it a she? Did they break up with someone?
I know.
The holiday. I'm more interested in that than in the movie.
All right, let's break down what makes a good mystery movie. You need a solid case. You need a build up, and you need to have suspense. From what you say,
that was the thing. Okay, they had like the suspenseful music, that builds up.
Yeah.
And it's like in the wrong spots. Like I'm like, why are you playing dramatic music when there's nothing happening? There's nothing happening at all.
Is
like
this porn?
She was walking into the room like they were getting ready to talk about something. I don't even remember. But she was
you saw it literally like MJ saw this movie like literally hours ago, and she's already forgot parts of it.
And I'm the one that has the bad memory here.
Man.
No, I don't have a bad memory. I
You just tune that shit out, right?
You look so happy in the videos I saw of you.
I know.
That's why
that was before she saw it. Yeah.
She had that
I'm
big
always
cheese,
happy.
that big cheese smile, and then she's like,
You
"I'm
have
going
a
to see Knives
fantastic
Out."
poker face, young lady.
Yeah.
No, I do not at all. I don't. I don't.
Wow.
I sent that video before I went to watch it.
Oh wow!
And yet you're still smiling. Like after I watched the Ryan Johnson movie in the theater, I felt like I needed a rape whistle.
Yeah. You were victimized.
So now you understand why we don't like Ryan Johnson, because he is obsessed with subverting people's expectations. Like he likes to make shit movies.
But that's the thing is I had no expectations.
Yeah,
and yet somehow
he still injured me.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
He's turned into this movie so bad. The three of us are even feeling a bit of sympathy right now. He's like, "Wow, you are."
I went.
There was this, a line delivered by Chris Evans. Okay, and I think it's part of the trailer where they're all in the living room discussing like his will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger, I think it's the younger granddaughter, like does not like Chris Evans' character, so she's calling him like an asshat and all this stuff.
Like
and
from
he,
the trailer,
yeah, he literally said to her, "Did you get your degree yet at SJW college?" That was his line. Swear to God, future shit.
Ryan Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan fucking Johnson wrote
That's a shot. That's a shot.
Oh, I know.
So basically, this is Ryan Johnson's Twitter account, the movie.
Yep.
And then she comes back with an alt-right troll.
Oh God.
This is why they're discussing the will at the will.
Fuck you.
I'm not making this up. I promise. I'm not making this up.
Yep. Ryan Johnson's at Roundhead Man Baby on Twitter, the movie.
Yeah. There was one line that I laughed at, and I'm pretty sure it's offensive, so I'm not going to repeat it. But the only part of the movie I laughed. Jamie Lee Curtis, still horrible. I was like, she's doing this dramatic scene, you know, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, just stop. Just stop. Stop speaking.
Oh, man.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Wow, I am so
None of us saw
surprised
this
right
comment.
I am not the most savage reviewer on my own channel anymore.
No.
We're not
Doesn't
on
it
your
kinda-
channel. We're not
doesn't
on your
it-
channel.
Doesn't this kind
know.
of make you want to go see it just so that we can shred it now?
I do.
I almost want to go see it now.
I'm not
just to
gonna. I'm
shred
not
it,
gonna.
yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna
No, I'm
stream
not gonna
it.
waste my
I'm
time
streaming
to
it.
Oh,
I'll
go ahead.
stream it.
Future watch party.
No. No.
No.
It's not
we're doing
even.
that.
There's not even a story enough to have a watch party.
Then
That's
it's something we
Ryan
can just
Johnson level
destroy.
storytelling.
So
Like-
this is a first draft movie, then, is what you're saying?
It's a first draft.
No, this is the
Basically,
first
like-
draft outline. It's not even a full story.
Oh, God.
There is nothing to the story. There's nothing. Like, it was. Maybe am I being harsh?
No, I
no,
can't
I'm
wait.
enjoying it.
This is wonderful.
So Playing with Fire is a horribly bad movie.
Oh shit!
But it's a horribly bad movie that you can have a watch party and riff on.
Yeah,
This movie's just a bad movie.
This movie just takes away from your life. Okay.
It literally is all politics, not just SJW politics. Literally politics. Like that's the star of the show is the immigrant that needs a second chance. That's being protected. That's that.
Shit.
I swear.
That's my favorite. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't know. Like I feel like it had opportunity, but
Where?
I was doing this. Like, come the fuck
See,
on.
that's the problem with Ryan Johnson is he's always trying to subvert people's expectations. He takes these Twitter arguments that he has with people and tries to make movies out of them, and that's not fun for
Can you just see his fucking soy-based face in the back? Here's what I'm gonna do, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make those piss babies shit themselves. I'm gonna take all this stuff off Twitter, right? All these man babies and all these alt-right trolls, and I'm gonna make it into a movie, and I'm gonna disguise it in this stylish detective style noir kind of thing, and then they're gonna shit themselves when they see how bad I just destroyed them. That's exactly that. That was
Why
exactly.
did Ryan Johnson sound like Mike Tyson?
Ryan Johnson's voice was slightly more intimidating than Mike Tyson.
So was he sitting on a thimble?
Yes, he was. Oh, Ryan Johnson's always sitting on something. He lives on a sit and spin. Shit.
Man.
Yeah, so
this is a one cheese curd affair, definitely.
only because you make me pick between 1 and 5.
You can't go negative. We've already
I know.
discussed this.
It is honestly, it's not worth your time. It's
wow.
I don't even say it's predictable because it has no story. It has no story.
Damn.
Like,
How do you do a murder mystery with no fucking story? That's all you have. That is literally
all
all
it
you
is,
have is
yeah.
the story. Yeah.
It's
I've
like
seen a million murder mysteries. You guys used to watch Columbo? I love fucking Columbo. Fucking love Columbo. Watch the hell out of those shows. They all have. It's all about how he figures out who did it.
well, yeah, I was worried about not being able to follow along with him just because, whatever. But
Obviously, you've never seen The Last Jedi.
No, and that's the thing too, is I did not see any reviews of this movie, did not read anything, any spoilers, like nothing at all.
That's
Walked
the best
into
way to
this
go
movie.
in. Yeah.
I told you I didn't even watch the trailer for this, and I've seen the trailer or at the theater played the trailer 14 freaking times. But
I know every movie I've seen this year has a trailer for Knives Out.
Yeah,
Every
I just
single
went.
one.
I went to the bathroom every time it was on. Like I waited for it to come on, and then I would go to the
there's the
bathroom.
Knives Out trailer. This is where I can go get popcorn,
Yeah.
snacks,
Which
twist one off,
you can-
whatever.
The trailer has more of a story than the movie.
Oh, geez.
Oh God.
That's all you need is just
That's
watch
not
the
much
trailer.
of a trailer either. Every time that trailer come on, I'd always be in the back of the theater looking around like, can I be loud today? And I'd just be like, nope, nope, not seeing it, nope, not going, not doing it. That was before I bought the movie pass, but I'm sitting there looking at my movie pass and I'm still like, nope, it's Ryan Johnson. I'm not supporting this smug bastard.
And
not even on a free movie pass.
No.
So I don't know that we discussed this, but for 21 Bridges, they did not play the title screen, like the title of the movie, until the very last. Like it went black, and then it was the white 21 Bridges.
Right.
This movie did the same exact thing, black screen, and then it's like Knives Out, and then directly after that, it was in the biggest letters I've ever seen, written and directed by Ryan Johnson.
They were proud of that.
Yep.
And that, I swear, it was on the screen for 30 seconds. I'm
You guys realize if this movie bombs this weekend that this man may never work again?
But here's the thing. I don't think it's going to bomb because I was in the
because
theater.
of all the stars that are in it?
Well,
No, the SJW fans are going to support it.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
most of them don't spend money though.
No.
I was in the theater, and there's quite a few people in there, and there was people around me that were like giggling and like found it charming and funny, and I'm like, what are you watching that I'm not? I don't.
Is it full of that really crappy, like awkward humor that I can't stand?
No, it's not funny at all. There's no humor in it. There's nothing in it.
Wow.
Okay.
Literally no redeeming quality at all.
This movie.
There is one. There's one quality.
It's got Chris Evans. Is that what you're
Chris
gonna
Evans.
say?
He is a beautiful man.
I knew that was coming.
Other than that, I had to pick one positive thing. That's it.
It's a 96 critic and a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and I just
Really?
pulled up, yes,
Oh,
yes, it is. I just
fuck.
pulled up the
Now-
top 2 reviews on this thing.
Maybe my opinion is completely different.
This is MJ who, like she says, is not hurt personally by Ryan Johnson. Doesn't
She
have
had nothing
quite
against
as much Star Wars investment as we've had over the years. Seeing this movie unobjectionably from somebody that hasn't been personally attacked by this guy, cannot find any redeeming value in this movie whatsoever.
It just went on an epic.
And yet, everybody's defending it.
Dude.
This is Captain Marvel 2.0.
And that's the thing too is, okay, I think Chris Evans looks adorable in this. Even his character, I was like, just shut up. Stop talking.
That's bad.
I just want to stare at you. Stop speaking.
Like I told you, I had a problem with Charlie's Angels too. I'm like, Drew Barrymore's in this, and she's not saving the movie. Even she's not saving it. Yeah, I
It
can
was
relate
just
to that.
Okay, so we were talking the review on Rotten Tomatoes for this thing, like the top 2 reviews. The first one is like literally I had to scroll down like forever to read this whole thing, but it says, I'm just going to highlight something here that it says, where's this excerpt at? Real quick, it says Ryan Johnson is a filmmaker who likes to dabble across genres and put his high concept stamp on them. Okay, that sentence right there, that's a problem because he has no concept of anything. His debut film, 2006's Brick, was a moody noir flavored mystery set in a modern high school. That movie's garbage.
That nobody saw.
His next film, 2009, The Brothers Bloom, I've never even heard of that.
I heard of it, but I never saw it.
Was a whimsical con artist movie with cons within cons, and then Looper took time travel and twisted it knots. Looper was ridiculous.
My dad saw Looper, told me not to waste my time because Dad and I are big fans of Terminator and a Bourne Identity, so we like some of the same movies. He'll tell me if something's good or not. Yeah.
Looper wasn't good.
No, he hated it. Yeah.
This is the sentence right here that gets the part. From there, the man was tapped to not only direct a new Star Wars movie, but write one. And 2017's The Last Jedi proved so divisive that Russia literally created robotic accounts to exploit raw feelings.
Shut up with that.
To better
Nobody believes that anymore.
To better sow discord among Americans and undermine democracy. Okay, this was posted 2 days ago. This is a 4-star review. Here's a 4.5-star review that's like a sentence. A magnificently entertaining murder mystery. Johnson homages everything to the Shaper's Sleuth. That's it. I mean, it's he calls it one of those whodunits for our times.
Maybe I missed the whole movie. Maybe I was at the wrong one.
You didn't see the same movie that he just talked about.
No, you saw the right one.
And
everyone else saw the wrong.
Yep. You saw the right movie.
You saw the right.
I mean, honestly, maybe I just have a different opinion.
No.
But here's the other thing. This is what scares me. So I was leaving the theater to come here, obviously. And the lines were so bad. I swear to you, there was at least like 50, 60 people in line to go at 7 o'clock. I'm like, what movie are they going to watch? Because there was a lot of like grown adults. I'm like, I swear.
Ferrari, yeah.
I hope so, because I don't know. There's nothing
Or
good
Frozen 2,
out.
yeah. Looks like everybody went to go see Frozen 2.
Or Charlie's Angels.
No, Charlie's Angels and Terminator.
No.
Those two were not in that theater. They weren't playing in that theater. So I don't know what.
Dang, they're gone already.
Yep.
Well, the one I went to, it's limited. But I don't know what they're going to watch. I was like, please, dear God, don't go watch this fucking movie.
Passing out flyers in the lobby. Please, for the great of all humankind, don't watch this movie. Just don't. Oh man, that sucks. You know,
I really do want one of you to watch it though, just so
I'll watch it.
I'm considering it now.
I just want to feel justified.
I'm not going to go to the theater, but I'll stream it
MJ
tomorrow.
And I 100% agreed on 21 Bridges. So I seriously,
and Ford vs Ferrari, we both saw that.
Yes, we both like that one. We both came up with the same score for that one too. So yeah, that's wow. That was not what I was expecting. I was expecting you to say something like, well, it's okay if you can get past this and that, but yeah.
And that was the thing. My whole ride home, I was sitting here trying to think of like some positive, good thing I could say about it.
Same thing, yeah.
And then I was like, well, why? That just makes me like the SJWs protecting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good movie.
You know, I found like maybe 2 or 3 things that were okay about Terminator Dark Fate, and I was reaching for those. I mean, I was really reaching.
Yeah, usually you can think of something.
Right.
I told you.
Even BVS, as bad as that movie is.
You know, yeah, BVS had Gal Gadot. All right.
Yeah, but it had some cool tech and some action sequences that were cool.
You know what else I like?
Too.
I'll give you that, guys. As much as I hate BVS, I liked Alfred's portrayal in that movie. And I liked the Batcave. Those were cool.
Mike applauded anytime Gal Gadot showed up in BVS.
Yeah, she was. I wish she was actually in that movie more because she had more personality than either one of those assholes.
Mm-hmm.
So, besides Chris Evans looking nice, his character seriously, I don't know why it was written horrible.
Was Ryan Johnson.
The doggy was really cute.
There's a doggy in it. I didn't even know there was a doggy in it. They never showed a doggy.
It's so cute.
I've seen the trailer so many times I'm starting to block it out of my brain.
Are you trying to imply the dog was the best actor in this movie?
Well, there was 2 dogs. I feel like he did his role very well. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay, check this out, MJ. Now that you've seen the movie, he has told all of the press that this movie is based on his interaction with the Star Wars fandom. That's where he got the idea for this movie.
Jesus.
So does any of that even make sense?
No. It looked like it came from a Trump rally. I swear to God. It's not SJW politics. It's literally politics. It's about an immigrant. That's what this is about. And her mother that is illegally in the United States and is going to get it's not a mystery movie. It's
This Ryan Johnson just showing out his shit.
So Ryan Kendall just showed up.
Literally shit.
Yeah, exactly.
MJ has given
Yes, Ryan.
is given Knives Out a 1 out of 5 cheese curds. Yeah, it is a terrible.
But one of these are
movie.
gonna go watch it too, so I don't.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
I could be wrong.
might.
Well, we can't support that, Pete. Shut up.
This is true. Yeah, if I go and I reserve a ticket, he still gets a count for that. So it's like I have to.
All right, what you do is you get a ticket
see
for
another movie and then go over it.
Then walk in.
I hear you. And that's a
That's
big.
what I did for the Last
That's
Jedi.
a big might. Yeah, I trust MJ's review on this. I don't want to waste my time watching this. Yeah,
I was seriously bored. There was one thing at the very end. I'm really trying to remember, and I laughed for a minute, and I was like, "Oh, that was funny," and then I was just waiting for it to end. I don't remember what it was. I was waiting for the credits. I'm really trying to remember what was said.
See, that's how I am with awkward humor. Like you know what I mean by awkward humor? It's like they just say something.
That Wes Anderson humor.
Yes, that they think something's funny, and they think they just keep saying it over and over, and then pausing awkwardly, that it will magically become funny.
Okay,
no, it doesn't. Peter
That's
Sagal.
what this. That's what
Peter
this
Sagal,
movie.
Oh God.
That's what this movie does with the dramatic, suspenseful music. It's like waiting, and I'm like, I'm not on the edge of my seat. I'm about to fall asleep. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just continue on. So, I hated it.
MJ, everybody, applause. You are a brave soul. You have done the unthinkable. You are one of us. 100%.
Both of your movies had a better storyline.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, just realized who had the worst movie. Was it Dark Fate or Charlie? Seems like MJ had it worse.
See, that's it, man. Everybody's clowning me. Or go see Charlie's
I was starting to feel
Angels.
sorry for you after you saw Charlie's Angels, and I was reading other reviews about it. I'm like, oh, fuck. At least I found a couple of entertaining things in the movie. And
I can't review a movie.
No.
Because that means it seems to get worse with each one of us that does
the bar keeps going
the
lower,
worst.
Alex.
Yeah.
23 minutes, and I almost left.
I was 33.
That's all you need to know.
I was
I
33.
can usually force myself to sit through most of the movie.
At 33 minutes, I was checking out the architecture of the building.
Yep. Yeah. 33 minutes in, and I'm messaging you guys, begging for help, sitting there in the very back of the theater with like a whole row with all my little snacks and everything spread out on the seat next to me, and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get on Twitter real quick. I'm like jumping around on Twitter. I don't want to watch this movie.
I had somebody like next to me and behind me, so I was respectful enough. I didn't have.
There was nobody.
on,
There was, like I said, I was one of 5 people in the theater when I saw Charlie's Angels. That was the second night it was out.
Ryan Kendall says, "Damn, LOL. I heard it wasn't a whodunit at all. It's about a daughter of the immigrant. Sounds like that's exactly right. Yes, that is 100%.
Yep.
Yes.
This is Ryan Johnson 101 right here.
This is Ryan Johnson once again
tale.
subverting expectations. Hey, bring you into a horror movie and suddenly it's a comedy. That's the kind of shit
Honestly,
he does.
I'm trying to figure out why he would even say it's a whodunit movie.
He's a one-trick pony.
Because he's a smug asshole.
Yes, he's a smug bastard, and he likes to subvert expectations.
Yep.
All he lives for is to trick people.
He tells you what happens in the movie in the first, I would guess, 20, 30 minutes. He tells you exactly. And then he lets you believe that it's like not what really happened. But that's
he reminds me of like the barker at a carnival.
Yep.
Okay, come see the bearded lady, and then you go in there and you look at
the bearded lady. And there stands Ryan Johnson.
There's a raccoon in there, a dead raccoon. You know, like after you give him $5, that's Ryan Johnson 101. Come see the bearded lady. Give me $5. Look at the dead raccoon. That's his shtick. That is his shtick. Bait and switch. Damn, I am sorry that you went and saw that. You were expecting so much more from that. And
honestly, I really did think that it was going to have like a decent whodunit mystery. Like I thought I was going to have to work to figure out what happened, and
you went in with the most basic of expectations.
I didn't have any expectations. I really didn't.
Like if Steve and Alex and I went and saw it, or why did I say Steve? If Pete and Alex and I went in to see it. You're a Steve now. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been called worse.
I was thinking of my uncle Steve. Sorry, but yeah, if Pete and Alex and I went and saw it, we would be going in there with the expectations that it's going to suck because Ryan Johnson is a smug bastard, and that's why we didn't go see the movie. I didn't go see it because I I'm not mature enough to sit
No.
through there and not think about what an asshole this guy is. you
I
know?
almost wasn't. I swear to you, the only thing that kept me from watching it is because I had another movie after, and I didn't want to drive. Like, I didn't have anything to do. I stood up and I was like, I'm out. And then I was like, what the fuck am I going to do for 2 hours?
I didn't want to get up and leave during 21 Bridges, but I had that movie figured out. And like a fourth of the way through, I'm like, wow, this is all it's going to be, isn't it? Oh, yeah. We're not going nowhere, are we?
But you know what? 21 Bridges was at least
better than this.
It was entertaining. I will say it was more entertaining than.
God damn.
Yeah.
21 Bridges. So you're saying the movie that you told me adamantly, which was fucking garbage, 21 Bridges, you could figure it out from the word go, is more entertaining than Rian Johnson's thriller that's rated 96 and 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, Knives Out?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, Rian Johnson.
You know, the thriller mystery movie, it got me one time, and it's in the trailer, where the fucking spider's crawling on her face. That was it. That's the only time I was like, because I don't like spiders.
I don't either. Yeah,
And,
I'm with you on
it's,
that
in
one.
it's in the trailer.
No, me either.
I don't fuck with spiders. No.
But
okay.
I knew it was.
Yep.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna happen.
Damn. I'm
I just
sorry.
didn't like
Jay.
it.
That's bad.
You can't even.
You know,
do it.
we
You've done
did
it
some
right.
we did some suffering for our channels this month, folks.
I don't even have a channel. I don't even have my own. I did it
gonna-
for all y'all.
No. I'm gonna watch Knives Out tomorrow night. I'm gonna go see Rise of Skywalker, and I'm gonna watch fucking Cats. Okay, so please.
Cats
and
might end up being the best thing.
And,
by
and
comparison.
no, and I have the goddamn episode of Batwoman coming on Sunday night.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Nobody's making you.
So there's
Yeah.
there's
The thing with the cats, I was totally kidding. I didn't think you were
I'm
actually
not
gonna.
going to. I'm not. I'm gonna. I will
They
watch.
They played an extended trailer for that.
Oh, Jesus.
that looks hot like hot garbage, man.
Yeah, because everybody wanted to see more Rebel Wilson in a unitard with.
Now,
CGI
you know what?
Why do
ears.
they stand like this though? This
Because they're
reminds me
cats.
of a kangaroo.
Because they're
They don't know what they're
Kangaroos
doing.
Cat. Oh,
Kangaroos stand on their fucking paws. They don't walk around like this. This is what a kangaroo does.
Peace, RK Outpost.
Ryan Kennel, thanks for stopping by, RK Outpost. Yeah. Knives Out, terrible movie. Wow, that's
We will stay tuned. Somebody else will.
Now I can't
I'll
show.
let you know.
I can't.
I'll
We
talk
can't
about it
watch.
Monday night.
We can't watch the Cats trailer because everybody on
shit's
YouTube
like
that has
it's
watched even a second. Of
I'm
the
not
Cats
watching it
trailer
again. I'm
is
not
getting
doing it.
copyright strike.
Really, I didn't get
No.
a strike for mine.
You didn't get a strike for yours? I
No.
did. One of the most watched videos on all of my YouTube account is my Alita Collector's Edition unboxing.
Yeah.
And just as a goof, I put my parody trailer of Cats where I spliced in footage
I
from The
remember
Cat in
that.
the Hat and
I remember that.
The
Yeah.
Island of Dr. Moreau and The Shining and all of the ugly furry things I could think of. And I only had seconds, like not even seconds of the Cats trailer. And I got a copyright strike for that. So that if I ever get monetized, that video will never make a single cent.
I have never found Idris Elba to be so degraded.
Isn't it scary seeing him in that fucking gimmick?
Yeah.
Like, it's terrifying. It's like
All of them. Ian
I'm-
McClellan.
Idris
and,
Elba going
No.
to the ball can be dangerous. It's like, what the fuck are
Judy
they making
Dench.
him do?
I just
Idris?
can't get
Judi
over
Dench.
this. I just
Judi
can't get
Dench.
over this.
Yep, Judy Dench.
This.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey,
are these people in Cats?
Yes.
They're all in Cats.
Jennifer
yeah.
Hudson, Jason Derulo,
Rebel Wilson.
Judy Dench, Rebel Wilson, James Corden,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
What's
Okay,
that
Taylor
new?
Swift sounds like she makes sense.
Yeah.
It is Cats. Just-
They look. This looks like it wants to like normalize furries.
Is there any paycheck that Idris Elba will not
No.
say yes to?
No. Idris
He'll
Elba will
say
not.
yes
Hey,
to
hey,
anything.
Alex, he's reading from the Samuel L. Jackson playbook. You set me up next to a golf course, give me at least $1 million, and I'll sell whatever you want me to
But
sell.
at least most of Sam Jackson's movies are good. Not all of them, but most.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But Sam Jackson is the highest grossing and highest paid actor of all time for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I'm not knocking the
he's
hustle,
worked with
trust
every
me.
director there is. But
Yep.
anyways,
Just never forget.
Yeah.
Idris Elba,
MJ, would you like to tell us about the other movie that you saw before I start talking about bullshit that came out like way earlier in the year that nobody cares about?
As long as you're all on board to send me ice cream for doing that.
Okay, we
All
can do
right.
that.
That's fair.
We can do that.
I don't like cookies.
we owe you for Knives Out. I will definitely make good on that.
I mean, I feel like you deserve a parade for this.
I have
Something.
actually have her Christmas present
So,
ready to ship.
Everybody in the chat,
My
make sure you
pierogies.
say thank you to MJ for
Yep.
seeing Knives Out so that you don't have to. Right?
She suffered for your sins.
Yes, she did.
and more than that.
You've been officially baptized in the
Keep
unholy
it
waters
now.
of morbid, terrible cinema.
I feel bad for the guy that was in front of me for the amount of times that I huffed and puffed because he could not have enjoyed that movie with me behind him. But
I don't know, man. He might have been a lonely guy. Maybe he did enjoy it.
I know.
he was not alone.
Listen to a little lady back
You
there
say that like that would still
puffing and grunting.
I was like, oh my god. Okay. Anyways, Frozen 2. It was much better than the start of my day.
Well, it's something, yeah. so Frozen was the second movie you saw, right?
Yes.
So that was your palate cleanser. It's always important when you see a bad movie to have a palate cleanser.
Yep.
I get the feeling this one's not that much.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the first one. My nephew is literally obsessed with it. When this movie came out, he watched it every freaking hour of the day. So obviously I've seen it a billion times. So this one I kind of watched because he asked me to. It was okay. It's not bad. It's just I'm not a big fan of Frozen. So
I'm not either. Yeah, I can take or leave it. I think it's fine for what it is, but it's definitely not for me.
Yeah. It had I feel like they were supposed to be natives, like Native Americans. So I was like, okay. It was a weird little take on that. It kind of felt like Fantasia-ish at the end, which is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like Pocahontas and Fantasia mixed in with Frozen and a little bit of what's the Hawaii girl, Moana,
yeah. Which I have not seen that one yet.
I haven't seen that either.
To be honest, I don't hate all Disney movies. There are some
No.
that I absolutely love, and some of them are newer too. I'm not just all about the classics and nothing past like the '90s. I love movies like Wall-E and Up and
I love Wall-E, man.
That movie's awesome.
Up is my favorite. I have an Up tattoo.
What's the one that came out recently where they're like emotions and it had Amy Poehler in it? What was that one?
Oh shit!
Inside Out.
Inside
Yes.
Out. Oh god, that
They
one.
have
made me
another
cry.
one coming out similar to that. It's called
That one
Soul.
made me cry, but it was really well done.
Did you ever see the old TV show from the 90s, Herman's Head?
Yes, I love that
That was
show.
pretty much Inside Out, man. It was Herman's Head. Had
Kind
Lisa
of,
Simpson in it.
Herman's Head was freaking amazing.
I am open to Disney movies. It's just I tried to watch Frozen. It was definitely felt like it was for little girls. You know what I mean? It just didn't.
Yeah.
make me-
Yeah,
This is definitely for little kids. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible, just not my kind of thing. And I enjoy kid movies. So
My son didn't even like Frozen, so I mean, and he likes all that stuff. He wasn't really into it.
yeah.
It's a very hit or miss movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, I saw it once with my niece. I didn't mind it, but I was sitting there, I was like, I would never watch this again unless she wants to watch it.
Yep.
She's
Yeah.
never asked me to watch it again.
Yeah, this is one of those. I mean, watch it when it comes out on Netflix or whatever. But it's not. It's not.
So if you had to slap a score on it 1 through 5, how many curds would you give the Frozen 2?
Like 2 or 3, somewhere in there.
2 or 3.
Because I'm just not a fan of Frozen in general. So
Okay.
I feel like most people would probably give it a 3.
Yeah, but at least you didn't come out hating and angry and just like.
No.
Yeah.
Just completely bored out of your mind.
It didn't.
I
Ryan
was
Johnson.
bored, but it's also meant for 6-year-olds. So.
Yeah, it didn't Ryan Johnson you.
Well, now
No.
when we say Ryan Johnson as a member of our little crew, you know exactly
Yep.
what we're talking about now.
Part of the victim support group.
When you finally get around to watching The Last Jedi, now you know what kind of bullshit you're going to expect. You're going to be sold one thing and delivered something completely different than what was advertised. That's his way. He went on record at one point to say that he likes to make movies that has 50% of the audience divided. He did this long before he was even tapped to write Star Wars. This was back when he was directing episodes of Breaking Bad. Well, actually, he did one episode. I think he did 2
The
episodes.
bottle episode of Breaking Bad.
That was
He
just
did
the fly
yeah.
episode of Breaking
The Fly
Bad, wasn't
episode,
it?
which is probably the least best episode of all of Breaking Bad, which is kind of like the best TV show that's ever been made. So he had that one episode that he was allowed to direct, and even that one is sketchy at best.
Speaking of Ruin Johnson, he is bugging Lucasfilm to direct an episode of The Mandalorian next season, which
I bet it's a bottle episode.
they're on a good trajectory. And I watched a spoiler-free review of the episode from today. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to check it out tonight.
You know what's weird about Rian Johnson though is like we said this about M. Night Shyamalan a while back, which was a way more talented director than Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
But how many M. Night Shyamalan movies did we watch before we realized what his shtick was? Like, okay, you're gonna do one thing, and then towards the end of the movie, there's gonna be a twist, and then it's gonna be something completely bonkers than what we think it's going to be. This is how many Shyamalan did. Like, it took like maybe 4 or 5 movies for people to figure out. Rian Johnson took like 3.
Yep.
This is his shtick.
I wish that movie did that. It did not. It did. It told you what happened. It went nowhere. It went nowhere. Like the first hour and a half of it is literally like a documentary. They're being interviewed. I don't know how to make it any better. I should just stop.
I honestly don't. I want to say, how do you fuck up a murder mystery? But then I just know whose name.
It's not a murder mystery.
How do you fuck up Star Wars?
It's not even a murder mystery. Yeah,
it's not a murder mystery.
It's fucking disaster. So MJ, I didn't see any movies this week, and I apologize in advance. I just did not have time to get to the movie theaters. I went to the movie theater once, took my brother-in-law, wanted to go see Ford v Ferrari. I didn't want to disappoint him, so I sat through that again. Not that that's a bad movie.
I was gonna say that's a good movie. I
didn't get a chance to watch anything new this week. So I'm saying. So what I did is I did catch up on 3 movies that I wanted to see earlier in the year. Red Letter Media does this. They do a catch up. Usually they'll split it into 2 episodes, like movies that they didn't do reviews for, but they'll just talk about briefly. So yeah, I'll just talk about briefly. I'll just talk about them in the order that I watched them. I watched John Wick 3. Holy shit. Holy shit, that movie was awesome. I mean, really, really fucking awesome. Now, I love the first John Wick movie. I did not see the second one in the theater, but I rented it as soon as it came out. I didn't like the second one as much as the first one. And the reason I didn't like John Wick 2 as much is there's this whole, like, assassin, kind of subculture that these people live in. And I thought they kind of expanded on that too much to where it kind of made it just a little bit too bizarre and campy and surreal for me to even accept.
I thought that too.
The third one just takes all of that and just fucking goes off the rails with it. And for some reason, I kind of respect that. It's like they know they've created this goofy world and they just kind of fucking go with it. They're like, at this point, you're either with us or you're not. But the action scenes in John Wick 3 are so fucking good that I can get past this weird-ass fucking subculture that he belongs to. And they actually, some of what they do with the subculture, I enjoy. They give John Wick a backstory. Like, we know some of his origins now. They're not too shy to tell you this is where he comes from. This is what he is. This is what nationality he is. I'm not going to tell you these things because I don't want to spoil them for people that haven't seen it yet. But for me, John Wick 3 is a big 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it a lot more than the last one. I'm anxious to see where they go with this at this point. Pete, you haven't seen any of the John Wick movies yet? No, I highly recommend them.
Nope.
The action in these movies is so good. These movies are put together by stunt people. Okay. So all of their action scenes are real. It's not CG. It's not cranking the camera or anything like that. There's a lot of wide action, kind of like the stuff you got from when you saw like Daredevil and Punisher on Netflix. Realistic, believable action. John Wick is not a bullet sponge. He gets hurt. He gets beat the fuck up. I mean, it's great. He's really good at what he does, but the stakes are always higher, and you're right there with him the whole time. Really enjoyed that one. Let's talk about the second movie I saw, Shazam. Do I want to talk about? No, you know what? I'm going to flip these around. Let's talk about Spider-Man: Far From Home, or as I like to call it,
please.
Spider-Man: Far From Funny. Or Spider-Man: Farfik Nugan. I don't hate Spider-Man: Homecoming, but there are aspects of it that I do hate. Like, I hate the suit, and I get that Spider-Man is aimed at a certain age group, but I also don't like the fact that because the movie is aimed at a certain age group, it's like talking down to that age group. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
zeroing down that audience. Like, we have to make things dumb because teenagers are dumb people. It's kind of offensive, and I really felt it strongly in Farfignugan, or Far From Funny. And it's full of that awkward humor that I can't stand, where they say something stupid, and it's like, that really wasn't funny. So what do? They just keep saying it again, and then there's this awkward pause where I guess you're supposed to laugh. Like, that's the pause to let the audience know that this is where you laugh. Every time they said Peter Tingle, the cringe just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And what the fuck is a blip? Really? That's a thing now? The blip?
The blip.
You know, this universe that they've made, that's Marvel's made, they've kind of fucked up their own universe. I feel like they've kind of destroyed their own sandbox. Like, there's
Thanks, time travel.
Nowhere that they can go with it now, so we have to make this awkward, this is the blip, and then they can kind of craft some jokes out of it when it's probably single-handedly the most terrible thing that's happened within that universe.
They show people popping back onto the basketball court and stuff like that. I'm like, what happened to the ones that fell into the ocean when they were on an airplane and shit like that, you know?
The humor in that movie is insufferable. I mean, just absolutely insufferable. I don't hate the guy that plays Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Tom Holland. I don't dislike him. I just did not like this movie. I did not like Jake Gyllenhaal's character. Now, you guys, MJ, Alex, you guys are comic book experts.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Mysterio in the comic books?
He's a special effects artist. That's
in the comic books. So okay.
Most of his powers is just illusions.
What they're doing in the movie is not too far from what he really is then, because like he's like this big fraud. And
well, I heard what they did in the movie. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, yes, it pisses.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Okay,
but I've heard. I know spoilers. I know spoilers. You can tell me the spoilers.
Okay. Yeah. The spoilers is he's telling everybody that he's from this other dimension, like from the multiverse. Tom Holland's all excited. Oh, you're from the multiverse. That's so cool.
Yeah.
They become friends. Obviously, we know going into it that Mysterio was all a villain. I mean, anybody that's ever passingly seen a comic book cartoon or a Spider-Man episode from the 60s or 70s know that Mysterio is obviously the villain. So it's not like this big, giant, shocking reveal or anything that he's putting on.
At that time.
He's putting on this thing. He has all these drones that can cloak themselves and spray a 3D image of all of the things that he's fighting. And he's
angry.
He's trying to
set up.
He's trying to set up so that he can take Robert Downey Jr.'s place because he was fired by Robert Downey Jr. for creating that technology.
Hold up. Let me get this straight. Are you telling me Mysterio is once again another corporate scientist who wants revenge against Tony Stark, and this is why I fucking hate the Iron Man movies? Yes, even the first one I think is kind of annoying.
Once again, then that's my other problem with this movie is again, even maybe more so than the first one, Robert Downey Jr. is dead, and yet this movie is still suffering under the feet of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second? About you know how Holland, you know, Peter Parker had the relationship with RDJ, you know, he's groomed to be, you know, basically, you know, Iron Man Jr., whatever. He latches on to Mysterio so goddamn quick and gives him those glasses to where I was in the theater and I looked at my buddy that I went with. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's
like,
cringy.
how stupid did they try to think the audience was writing this? Like, oh, here, you know, you can just have, bitch, that is like everything for Stark Industries. Everything.
It's really cringy.
And you're just going to hand it over? Like, that
also,
was
I have another question too. Massive plot holes. Why in the fuck is Happy in this movie?
Because
of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is dead. Why is he still flying around his tech like he owns it?
Because he's the Robert Downey Jr. stand-in.
Yep. And
he's there for Robert Downey Jr. That's it.
It doesn't make any sense.
He's Aunt May's bae.
Like he's not. If you said that he was the assuming, you know, Stark Industries, like he was taking over for Stark Industries, it's not Stark Industries anymore. It's Happy Industries. I mean, these things don't fucking make any sense.
Peter's gonna be calling him Uncle Happy pretty soon. Him and Aunt May be listening.
What do I know? It's just a movie for kids, right? You know. And it literally ends. It ends on the exact same thing that the first Spider-Man movie did, where they're staring in a notebook, looking at fucking doodles, listening to a Ramones song. The only thing they change is it's a different fucking Ramones song. Yep. So now that I got that out of the way, all right,
They're trying too
Fucking
hard to be a John Hughes
Farfignugan
movie.
is 2 out of 5. I'm sorry, I could not get on board with it. I was mostly bored. I liked the first one. The second one seems to lack its own identity. Way too much awkward humor. Even Marissa Tomei could save this movie for me. All right.
The first
So-
one had
She's got fucking mom jeans on.
the first
Stop
one had
making
Get some
that
bad
up.
mom
Michael
jeans.
Keaton.
I
though,
don't know
man.
why everybody is like, oh, look how
Stop
good
trying
she
to make
looks.
Aunt
I'm
May
like,
go.
stop fucking putting her in mom jeans and encouraging that.
Yeah, but
Stop
seriously,
it.
I didn't
Stop
even
it.
think about that till you pointed it out. But yeah, I guess I could add
They
that
don't
to the
look
list
good.
of things
They
I
don't
couldn't
look
stand
good.
about
Stop.
it.
seriously
Not
though,
a fan of that movie at all. So now that I've gotten that one out of the way, let's lead
Oh,
into the
sorry.
problems I have with Shazam. All right.
Oh,
The problems
God
I
damn
have
it.
with Shazam. Hold on, let me finish. Can I finish? Can I finish?
That's what she
Shazam.
said.
Shazam is DC's version of Spider-Man. 100 fucking
Literally.
percent. Right down to the closing fucking credits. Once again, with a notebook, listening to another fucking Ramones song while the credits close because this movie is for teenagers. The only thing that's different is instead of a teenager in a costume, it's teenager turning into Zachary Levi, and Zachary Levi is the teenager. Now, I liked Zachary Levi in the movie. I did not like the teenager that played, or supposed to be, the younger version of Zachary Levi. I was excited about the trailers for the movie. It looked like it could have been a lot of fun. It could have been like a kind of a cross between like The Greatest American Hero and Big. And it tries to be that, but it can't even come close to emulating that. And it's once again very juvenile, full of that awkward fucking humor, the exact same kind of humor that plagues Far From Home, Far From Funny, Farfignugan, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I feel like I watched the exact same movie. They just changed the costumes and the superpowers. The kids in it were extremely annoying. Like, I did not like any of them. I wanted to, and I just couldn't. The more they spoke, the more I wanted all of them to get hit by a bus.
ouch.
Jesus.
Shazam,
Jesus,
I'm sorry, is a
I
2
thought
out of 5
Shazam was
cheeseburger.
good.
I couldn't stand it. I don't even care
The
where it
difference between
goes.
Shazam and Spider-Man is Shazam is supposed to be these
Yep,
things.
that's
Spider-Man's
exactly
not.
why. I took
It is-
Shazam with a grain of
Shazam is
salt.
corny.
It's the
He's corny
same
because
fucking movie. It's the exact same movie.
But Spider-Man's supposed to
the
be
one fixed the
serious.
tone. Yeah, Spider-Man's a 35-year-old adult who's
Yeah.
who's saving the world from supervillains. He's not supposed to be a goofy little child. Shazam
Yeah.
is supposed to be the goofy little child.
Shazam's figuring his powers out, like in the DC cinematic universe.
What,
He's
how do you
figuring
pronounce
his
that guy's
powers out.
name? The Who guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, Dimon Hanzu.
Oh, Maju, is it?
Jamon Houston.
Jamon
Houston. He was in both.
Jamon Houston. I'm sorry, I butcher every name. So that's what
He was
I
in
do.
both Captain Marvel movies.
Yes, he was.
He was in Shazam and Captain Marvel. He's
Yep.
getting that Captain Marvel money. He wanted it.
You know, I wanted to be excited because I like Mark Strong. Mark Strong is a cartoon-ass villain, like up there with like Rocky and Bullwinkle level villain. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I thought the CG was terrible. Very disappointed by Shazam. I expected a lot better from that movie, and I just was not entertained by any of it. It's another movie that views teenagers as these stupid creatures that exist only because they exist, and it feels like it has to talk down to them. And John Hughes made movies like that way better, where you could make a movie populated with teenagers that didn't talk down to them or demonize them or treat them like they were lesser creatures just because they're young and they don't know any better. Whereas I feel like Shazam and Farfignugan, well, this is our teenager movie, so we have to talk down to these people and play Ramones songs really loud at the end so that they understand what's going on.
Hold up there. End of the fence. Teenagers today are eating Tide Pods. You probably do have to talk down to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say these people are eating Tide Pods and shit. I mean,
If you constantly talk down to people, though, then you are, you're creating, you're not fixing anything. You're making things just worse. You know what I mean? I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I was very disappointed with it. There was a flash sale, and I bought a bunch of movies that I hadn't seen, and those were the 3 that I was going to go see at the movie theater and just never got around to seeing. So those are my quick reviews.
I guess I can do some review. I mean, I didn't go see the thing in movies, but I did watch Undercover Brother 2 on Netflix. That movie.
He was geeked about that.
I know.
I was.
You were pretty excited.
Well, here's the thing. At first, I was watching it because I was like, "Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna rip into it. I'm gonna destroy it." And unlike MJ, I came out like I was the opposite. I was like, "Man, this is actually kind of good. It's not great. It's not great. I probably wouldn't buy it, but if you just watch on that, it's just Black Dynamite. That's all.
Oh, is it? See, I like Black Dynamite. Yeah.
It's not as good as Black Dynamite, but I was
Oh
like,
my god, I forgot.
Yeah.
I did watch Dolomite Is My Name.
I need to watch that too.
Dude, that movie's fucking great.
Yeah, it didn't go woke. It made fun of culture.
Okay.
It made
That's
fun
always
of
a bonus,
everybody.
yeah.
It made fun of everybody. It made fun of the right, the left, woke, whatever.
Dolomite Is My Name is one of those movies where it's like The Disaster Artist, where it's about how they made The Room, whereas Dolomite Is My Name is how they made Dolomite. And I have seen Dolomite before I watched, so I got some of the jokes. But in this particular one, watching Dolomite My Name is better than watching actual Dolomite. I thought Wesley Snipes' character was wonderful. He's actually acting in this movie and not just being Wesley Snipes like he always is in every movie, or just being Blade. He's actually playing this snooty director that's just can't be bothered with anybody. He's drunk half the time. He's just, just going with it, like just doesn't want to fucking be there. I laughed at pretty much every scene that he was in. Eddie Murphy actually trying in a movie for a change. I mean, he was great.
Nice.
As Rudy
Eddie
Ray.
Murphy's done some decent stuff.
He tried in Shrek. Come on. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
He
great.
was great in
Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah,
Shrek was a few years ago. I mean,
Yeah, he's still living off that Shrek money. He's got that. He's got that.
There was
North-
3 of them.
Shrek money for a while.
I can't remember what it was. He did some movie, I think, like a year or two ago, where he played like it was supposed to take place in the 50s, and he's like the butler to some woman, and she died. Like I can't remember the name of that movie, but I was like, he was good in that movie. It's like Eddie Murphy can still be good when he's not trying to play every single role, when he's not trying to nutty professor it.
Well, this movie had a lot of heart because there was a lot that I didn't know about Rudy Ray Moore. I had seen Dolomite. I like Dolomite a lot. Then again, I love exploitation movies in general. It's just part of the
Way
stuff.
down in the jungle deep.
But yeah, just watching him embody that role, and he helped out a lot of people too. I mean, he kind of stole from some people, but he also helped other people. Oh, Brian K said, "Hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. Just popped in and getting the feeling I shouldn't see any movies this weekend. Football, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, only if you're going blue, buddy.
Go Buckeyes.
Because we are channel divided right now.
Go
Not even
Buckeyes.
divided. It's 2 against 1. But
It is
I don't
2
watch
against
football.
1.
Yeah, I don't watch football.
Yeah. I only watch hockey. You guys can say whatever you want.
Yesterday was not a good day for football, and this weekend's probably not going to be any better. So somebody needs to check on me on Sunday.
I wore my Bears jersey. I wore my Bears jersey yesterday because I knew the Lions were going to come out and lay an egg like they do.
Burn that. So gross.
I was like, my son's like, Daddy, you're not wearing your Lions jersey. I'm like, nope, I'm going to wear the winning team's jersey today. The game not on yet. I'm like, I know, son, I know. It doesn't need to be
Trey and
played.
I were on the same level.
We're gonna go into
as always.
We're gonna go into some TV stuff here with Pete, but I want to make a couple of quick announcements. I'm sorry I didn't put out any content earlier in the week. I'm sorry I didn't see any movies. My dog is
there was
terminal.
nothing to see.
Probably gonna put her down on Monday. So all this weekend we had to literally carry her outside, carry her to put her up on the couch, take her off the couch, put her on the bed, put her on the chair, take her off the chair. She can barely walk. She's not eating. She's not taking her medication. So on top of that, on top of me going to the grocery store literally every damn day last week. I mean, I live at Publix now, all right? And then I'm just going to change my address to Publix.
There's worse places to be, buddy.
I'm going to ask the manager if I can just fill out an application since I'm there anyway. I may as well get fucking paid for it, But I just had a hard time trying to figure out how to make content. And then also, we've got the watch party next weekend. All 4 of us will be watching next weekend, next Saturday.
Send me a reminder. I forgot about that.
No problem. I was going to tell you anyway. I know you've been busy as hell too, and I appreciate everything that you've done this week, MJ. By the way, I really appreciate it a lot. But you guys don't know what she does, guys. I mean, seriously. But yeah, we're going to be doing the watch party. That's our Christmas party. If these guys want to get completely blitzed and inebriated, I want them to because I want them to have a good time. If you guys have never seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, you're in for a treat. All right.
I'm going to be fucking hammered by the time we see Lumpy the first time.
You've seen it, right? MJ is the only one that has.
I watched it. I watched it when WCBS did it last year, and I've seen it probably a handful of times over the years.
Dude, Alex volunteered to be on the Star Wars watch party. So yeah, this is.
I'm bringing the jokes.
Have you ever seen it, Alex?
Oh yeah, I saw it long ago.
Okay, all right.
I watched.
I thought you'd seen it.
It's just as bad as you remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a movie that almost requires us to not have to make any jokes. We can just watch it. And laugh
Yep.
at it. But yeah, that's
Viewers
December
will be
7th,
required.
8:30 on this channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Just have to be there. Watch us crack the jokes. Watch it on YouTube with it. It's gonna be a good time.
8:30 Eastern.
8:30.
Did you notice that in the video? I kept messing up. I was like 7:30. And I was like, no, it's 8:30. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
I got the message okay. I would have edited it if I needed to, but I really didn't have to do too much editing. I just kind of spliced it together and threw the opening and ending on there. So
that was horrible because I forgot my speaker doesn't work. And I'm like, I recorded it and I'm like, why is the sound not coming through? And then I realized it was...
Before we get into the TV, though, I really wanted to see The Irishman before this show. It's a 3.5-hour movie, y'all. It needs some time to process that. So I'm going to do the Irishman
movie.
The Scorsese movie. I will do The Irishman as a review separate from this. I'm not going to do a live one. I'll just do a video on my channel for The Irishman review. So let's get into some TV with Pete. Take it away, buddy.
All right, man. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is... I watched a show called Evil. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it. It's on CBS, which I know traditionally is the old person's network. I actually dig this show. It's kind of a cool concept. I think I've talked about it a little bit before. It's got it centers on a priest named David and his two co-workers who they're all employed through the Catholic Church. One is a therapist with a lot of like behavioral and psychiatric background, and the other is like he's some kind of physicist. All of them are like brilliant minds. So they go around and they kind of delve into these like miracles and prophets, and they're dealing with an overarching story right now. The story arc that is about centers on this Asian woman who just got deported, and she ran a daycare, but she is like pulling all these prophecies off correctly out of her mind that are like date back like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and they basically predict the end times.
So she's like Nostradamus a little bit.
Yep, that's right. So they are they're going through that, and meanwhile they're dealing with cases on a weekly basis. They're still like trying to work on this big one, and the last episode got a little bit woke on me. And not this week's episode, but the week before. And there was a few little subtle things, but the gentleman that played Ben on Lost, I can't think of the actor's name offhand. He's one of the major characters in it. And if anybody's watching the show, I'm not really. He's supposed to be like kind of like the big bad you're figuring out. And he was dating the one of the main characters' moms. Or one of the main characters, she has like daughters on the show. She's David's partner, Christine, I believe her name is. So he is dating her mom, and he had previously worked with this woman, the psychologist, and basically to the point where he's a psychopath, and she threatened it. Like she held a knife to his neck at one point. So he meets this kid. He's in his coffee shop getting his coffee, and this is where I'm going with this whole thing being woke. This kid thinks he's familiar with this barista enough, and he asks her out, and she just rejects him. And he's this typical skinny little nerdy white kid, right? So having seen this guy, we'll just call him Ben from Lost, he sees this, and he takes the kid outside, and he's talking to him, and he kind of like tries to mentor him on how to get back at her, not really like win her over, but just like get his power back. So he takes him, and he's a therapist, and he says, I want you to meet these other people, and he gives them, it's in a chat room, and of course it's a thing called the incel army, and there's like 4 white kids, all of them have American flags behind them, and they're talking about their country, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Like, they really had to go down this road with this show that had been really cool and suspenseful.
Everybody has an agenda.
Yep. And I'm just like, and then they have some shit with the of course it's like the Catholic Church, so the priest is giving the one Muslim guy some shit, and he's like, it's because I'm Muslim, and he gets that like twice. It's like 2 times the episode, he's like, it's because I'm Muslim, isn't it? And I'm like, and this has never been really brought up, like his faith, he had mentioned it before, but there was never any of that like ham-fisted shit. And there was like 3 or 4 instances, and otherwise, like I said, out of like 5 or 6 episodes, they've all been good. Like the cast is diverse. You've got the lead is a black gentleman. The one lady that works with him is white. The other guy that works with him is a Muslim. So you've got a diverse cast, and it's not forced at all. It's really well done. I thought it was well written. Of course, your big bad guy that's supposed to be representing God, this is like a kind of a heaven and hell show, and it's looking like Ben from Lost is basically going to shape up to be like a demon or the devil. So this is, of course, the white guy is a devil, which whatever, it is what it is on the show, I guess. But at the same time, when you kind of put all these things together, it's like this like I said, the show was. I enjoy it, and I don't want to see it get fucked up like this already. Like I said, five episodes
I feel
in.
you there.
But I mean, overall, like I said, I'm gonna watch. There was an episode that aired last night, so I'm gonna check that out after the show tonight, and I'll be caught up on it. And just I want to see how it goes, because if it gets really bad, I'm not gonna keep watching it. I'm not.
There's nothing that sucks more than a TV show that goes bad.
Yep.
Like I used to like some cop procedurals. I used to watch Hawaii Five-0, the reboot, and
okay.
That one lost me after I was first of all, it had some really bad in show product placement. You know what I mean? Like just so on the nose. Like there's this guy rambling on about Subway for like about 5 minutes. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you're taking away from the plot to put your product plug in. Also, cops using Bing. Come the fuck on, man. Yeah. Nobody fucking uses Bing. Nobody fucking uses Bing.
Are they using Ask Jeeves too?
They were also using Microsoft Surface tablets. That's kind of went out with the Zune. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody buy no Surface. Fucking Surface tablets. Maybe you do. Maybe you're crazy. I don't know. But yeah, but the one that lost me though is they're chasing down this computer hacker guy, and when they find the hacker, he's up in the mountains playing Gears of War on the 360 online. Now, if this guy's supposed to be off the grid, would you be playing goddamn Xbox on fucking Xbox Live in the mountains of all places, where if you even tether a fucking connection, you're probably going to get maybe 23 megabytes per second at best if you're fucking lucky. Sorry, I'm using my nerd logic here, but that, and then they catch this guy, and then they have this problem, and then conveniently 3 people on horses show up, and they have exactly 3 horses. I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I just out. I hate that when that happens to a show, man. Another one's Major Crimes. I used to like Major Crimes back when it was called The Closer, and then Mary McDonald took that one over. And then after a while, they started targeting their show towards older people, and then it became Major Snores. I just slept through all of them and stopped watching it.
I want to talk a little bit. I didn't see episode 4 of The Mandalorian yet, but I know the plot, and I know I basically know what happens. I just need to watch the show. All right. This is one thing that's kind of bothered me, and I've seen a lot of videos, and they've got some. Granted, some of them got some clickbaity titles, and these are people in the Fandom Menace talking about how this was a woke episode and all that. And I'm going to venture a guess to say it's because of Gina Carano, and I'm going to challenge anybody out there to say that if you're going to say that Gina Carano holding her own physically against pretty much anybody in any of these deals is you're missing the bus. I'm sorry, you're on the day God was handing out brains, you thought they said trains and you didn't need one, so you lost your fucking place. All right, no, I'm sick of this shit. Just because there's a goddamn woman that is a strong character doesn't automatically make her a Mary Sue. Gina Carano was at one time one of the baddest MMA fighting females in the world. Okay. She is not only a badass fighter, she seems like a very cool chick. Like I liked her in what was she was in the first Deadpool. Was it the first Deadpool?
Yeah,
movie?
First one.
Yep. I never watched this.
Okay. That's the one that played
Angel Dust.
You smell like shit. That girl.
Was that her name? Angel Dust or something?
I think it was Angel Dust. Yeah.
So, yeah. She's a legit badass. She's a fighter. She's in shape. She's built like a fucking female superhero. Hey, Brie Larson. This is what a fucking superhero. This is a badass woman. Like legit. Like she could probably knock Pedro Pascal out. I'll guarantee it. All right. That does not make her a Mary Sue. That they fought to a stalemate in this show, in this episode, kind of just like a real quick little like back and forth they had, and it was kind of a stalemate. All right, so that right there, they're not.
Really happy that Charlie's Angels came out. Just saying.
I think she is too.
Take some of the heat off of her off of YouTube for a while. Yeah.
But they're oh,
Put
she's
that out there.
I got a video coming for her. I got a video coming for her.
No.
Yep. I haven't made one in a while. It's about
No
time.
rest for the wicked.
I need some hate watches, so I'm gonna make a Brie Larson video. But no, man. So there's a couple guys I've seen that have kind of taken shots at this episode already, and I'm not naming names, but I got who the fuck am I, right? I got 122 subscribers. I don't know shit. So yeah, I'm coming right at a couple other people here and just being like, are you serious? Like, really? This doesn't make it woke.
I only got a couple more than you do.
I mean, it kind of
all got more than my 6 subscribers.
Don't
know how I got those.
to me, and I'm going to bat here for the female character. So yeah, please label me a misogynist some more, motherfuckers. I'm sick of it.
I'll do it all day.
They're just you've known me long enough to know, and you just have no problem telling me anything. So, but no, that just really kind of pissed me off, man. I'm like, and this show is getting heat for not having women on it, and here we finally and it's still the Twitter shit is still they're pissed off because it's only one now, and it's like
that's all it takes for the fandom menace, just one.
Like, man, y'all see it right here. It's still, this still is what it is. But I don't represent every single one of these people. I have my views, and my views are mine. And if I say it, if it comes out of my mouth, I'm gonna stand by it. So no, this episode was, like I said, from all these reviews, like I said, and me watching a quick scene by scene recap of it and shit like that. I'm like, this is, and trust me, I would be the first one to be like, this is woke. No, it's not. I'm sorry. And I will do a full goddamn review and have it up Sunday. I'm gonna type one up. I'm gonna do a real thorough review.
Not.
It's not. Oh,
not.
I agree. But no, and my next one is it's coming back Sunday. Batwoman episode 8.
You were kind of worried there, weren't you?
I was sweating last Sunday night. I told the wife, I was like, hey, make sure you got, because Walking Dead finale was on, which I'm about to get to. I said, hey, set the thing for Batwoman, and she's like, it's a repeat, and I'm like, what? And I get on the CW's website, and I'm like, oh shit, no episode of Batwoman. I get the
I can see it now. Like, the Batwoman goes on hiatus, Pete's gonna be like looking out a window, and you're just gonna hear like Lionel Richie playing in the background. Hello.
Remember that meme?
Is it me?
That meme with the cat looking out the window. Now that would be me without Batwoman. But no, so I had no Batwoman, so I was focused on Walking Dead, the mid-season finale, The World Beyond. Good episode. It's leading to Denai Guerrera's departure from the show. Because we know she's got Black Panther 2 coming up and probably a lot of other stuff. But this is, to me, a mistake for her to leave this show and solely bank on an
Who the
MC.
fuck hasn't left that show at this point?
But it's to me, it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't care.
I mean, they're going to run out of people to actually put in TV shows, and then they're going to just have to run cartoon versions of people.
Like Andrew Lincoln.
CGIs.
Andrew.
Boring.
Yeah, why would you leave that show? Like, okay, dude, like you got a movie trilogy, right? But for Denai Guerrera, you're never gonna. I'm sorry, she's a good actress. She's cool as Okoye in Black Panther and the Avengers movies when they feature their characters like Endgame.
She doesn't do much in The Walking Dead.
No, well, she does now.
But
she
does.
Oh yeah.
Wise, yeah, she didn't have a lot of lines when
they gave her more now because she's like Rick's proxy. Because when Andrew Lincoln left, she became, and I love Michonne's character, dude.
No. She replaced Rick.
Well, hey, Andrew Lincoln wanted to leave the show, and she was his wife, so she.
No matter how much you like Norman Reedus, he can't carry a fucking TV show.
No, Norman
he
Reedus
cannot.
Norman Reedus is not a leading man at all. He's a great and
he's a great video game.
Yep. Yeah, that new one that was pretty cool. But
Daryl's like the most overrated character on that show I've seen, man.
Yeah, because in the comics you've just got it's Dwight.
Wasn't in the comics he was supposed to die like a long time ago.
No, he's not
in the comics.
He's not even there. He was created for the show.
He was made for the show.
He's there for sex appeal. He's the reason why they put remember when they put Chekhov in Star Trek? They put him in there for sex appeal.
Norman Reedus.
What?
Yeah.
Women love.
If you notice, Chekhov in the original Star Trek show, he has that fucking monkey's haircut. Davy Jones was a really big deal at the time. They put Chekhov in the show to get more female people watching the.
No, Norman.
Maybe it's because I'm a guy. I just don't see it.
Neither, dude. But that's
girls like that dirty. Like he's like just dirty in that show. You know what I mean? It's like funny, but
careful.
You can smell him through the TV screen. Hey, we got 6 people watching. Make sure you guys like
Yep, make sure you hit that
click
like
the like button and let me know what it tastes like, please.
No, he doesn't. Angela Kang has really done, I will say that she's done a good job with him because he is like basically, I think, one of the highest paid actors on that show now. But he's still not the lead role. Michonne is carrying that. But see, she's leaving now. They're bringing Lauren Cohan's going to come back, Maggie.
I didn't even know she left.
She left. She left because she had she left another one. I'm going to leave and go do better. And then 2 episodes in, your show gets canceled. Sorry, Whiskey Cavalier. There's already too many stupid FBI shows on the air.
Oh my
She was
God,
really
really?
counting on the look. She was really
That's
counting
what
on
she
the boy
left the
part
show
2 to
for?
happen.
She left for a procedural?
It was kind of like she was CIA and Scott Foley was FBI and he was inept and she was a strong woman.
Oh
and
God! So yeah,
it got canceled.
It's like Reagan Dharma, the FBI version. Okay,
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's basically it. So that got canceled. So she's coming back to Walking Dead now because they never killed her off. She just left with the person who's going to basically be the major player in the next storyline, which in the comics was the Commonwealth. In the show, it's called CRM. So we're going to have this big, huge community. Like in the comics, there's around 50,000 people there, which is like we've never seen a community that big. But so this episode was a lot of setup, and the one thing I did think was kind of wonky, and spoiler alert for those of you that haven't watched it yet, or if you do watch it, the dumbest sequence of the show is like 8 survivors like running, they're chasing Alpha, the female, the leader of the Whispers, into the cave, and all of them fall down like the same. It's like a fucking Scooby-Doo thing. Like they all fall down this little cavern, and they're all stuck down there on this rock, and they're surrounded by this horde of thousands of walkers.
The only time that's funny is when they do the thing where they're running by a bunch of doors, and then they keep changing which person's running one way, and they play like music in the background.
That's basically what this should have been. It was kind of
I don't mind.
Like I was like, oh, like this was the worst part of the whole episode. Aside from that, I like it. We lost a major character, another doctor. Of course, if you're a doctor in the world of The Walking Dead, you're gonna die. And
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Got some work to do now.
But both doctors died in this episode because one killed the other, and then the other's wife killed the one that killed her husband. So it was like you got no doctors now. What the fuck are you gonna do there? Because one was a whisperer, in disguise, undercover, and but like I said, man, it's all right. I still dig it. I'm not sure about this new show they're starting up. It's called The World Beyond. Goddamn, I don't know if that's only going to be on Amazon. I saw something about that only being on Amazon Prime, and yeah, Cody's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Not one bit.
But no, so I mean, for a mid-season finale, I would go probably, I don't know, 3.5 out of 5 on this. Just for some cool effects, and
I don't do halves.
There's no halves. There's no negatives, and there's no halves.
3.
No
3
negatives. There's
it's a
no
3.
halves. I don't do
3.
halves.
This episode was a 3.
I like to keep things simple for simplicity's sake.
Okay. Well, this one had the lowest.
So depending on how bad it is, either round it up or you round it down.
I'll go down to 3 then, because this had the this had the lowest rating of any.
That's what she said.
Season.
Pretty sure.
Okay, insert rod support A into slot B.
That's what.
If you say "that's what she said" one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
But no, so this was like a series low ratings for the show. But it's funny because their series low is still like 3.5 million viewers.
Yeah, that fucking show's gonna be on forever, and that's kind of why I stopped watching, because it got clear to me that they'd run out of ideas and they were just throwing anything against the wall.
See, but it's cool getting to see these comic angles. Like the Whisper angle was like one of my favorite arcs in the comic.
It's a show that I feel like, I'm sorry for saying this, but I feel like it should have wrapped itself up about 3 or 4 seasons ago. And it should have ended with Rick. It started with Rick. It should have ended with Rick. It still very well could.
They shouldn't have killed Carl off. That
really pissed me off.
You killed Carl, you bastards.
Carl
was the one everybody wanted to die.
He did until it actually happened.
When he was a little annoying kid, yeah.
But what you wish for, because you might actually get it.
Yeah. Carl was like up there with Andrea and Lori. Like everybody wanted to
Lori
die.
was the worst character on that show.
that was the decent thing about the Frozen 2 sequel is they didn't put it out the next year. Like Frozen came out in 2013.
Yeah,
So
that was
it was a
wild.
nice break like they used to do
It
before
wasn't
the
like a Fast
sequel.
and Furious sequel. Yeah.
No,
Well, they kind of
so-
have to with animated movies just because
Yep.
they take longer to make.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, takes them a
All
long
that
time.
the
to do.
CGI in this was a lot better. So
Yeah, had it been hand drawn, my God, we wouldn't see Frozen 2 till we had kids.
Oh, I forget I'm the only one here with kids. Like a kid. I don't have any more, hon. I promise.
That you claim.
I'm not claiming any for taxes, or paying child.
Don't say.
Or paying child support on that little badasses. But no, so let's see what else. I'm still I got a marathon some Prodigal Son. Everything I've heard about the last couple episodes of that has been good though. There hasn't been any negative buzz, and that's another Walking Dead alum. Tom Payne that played Jesus on The Walking Dead.
Okay, yeah, I remember who he is.
He is. I really like his character. I really like Jesus on The Walking Dead. He was a great character.
I like Jesus too.
Jesus saves. Trust in Jesus, my friends. Trust in Jesus.
I'm getting sleepy. I'm sorry.
It's just me. It's just me. I'm used to it. I have that effect on women. It's like the opposite of the Charles Minor effect for those Office fans out there. Yeah, but no. So Prodigal Son is great. It's really cool. You know, like I said, if you like psychological type stuff, it's a cool show to watch. And like I said, it's pretty well acted. And it's not there's no wokeness in it thus far. Like I said, I'm 2 episodes behind. So
Isn't that sad when that's how we're measuring his show?
I know.
Whether we should watch it or not. It's like, well, is this one woke or not? Oh, okay, it must be good if it's not woke.
And I want to go through, and
that is not true all the time.
One that I
don't
tried
even want to
get
have to
into-
point it out.
Everybody told me, I like sci-fi, and it's really, 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 really difficult to get a new sci-fi show to take off. Like fucking almost impossible. Everybody's like, "Oh, watch The Expanse." I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but
it's terrible.
It doesn't grab me. It's not that it's not good. It's just not what I'm looking for in a science fiction. It's like I'm coming off of like Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, even Altered Carbon. I fucking love that, but yeah, I cannot get into The Expanse.
Problem is, it's hard to do full sci-fi now on TV now because the budgets are so.
You need a
big.
budget. Yeah, it's the same problem they had with Elite. It's like Elite is great, but it's going to be really hard to get the movie made because it has such a high budget. Because in order to make sci-fi look legit, you have to be willing to spend money.
And people don't settle for like that old Star Trek budget anymore now.
No, yeah, you're not going to get away with those Japanese TV shows from the 80s level, little miniature models, on
I mean,
stream.
we can't do Space 1999 anymore.
You can totally do Space 1999.
Even on TV,
you can do the Thunderbirds for all fuck I care.
Yeah, even on TV, everyone expects Avatar level special effects now. Like, like you have to make it like Avatar on the TV. Is like, what was that show? Was it Terra Nova?
Terra Nova.
Yeah. Remember they went broke after the first episode.
Yeah.
They spent like billions on just that first episode.
Another one.
That's why they did one goddamn season.
You guys remember The Fringe? I tried watching The Fringe for.
I used to love Fringe.
I got to a point where I had to pause mid-show just to fucking stop and figure out what was going on, and I'm like, this is too much work.
I like Fringe, but it could be a little deep sometimes. Like it could take some work sometimes. I like Fringe.
You're constantly flipping between universes, and it's like you have to have like a little notebook to keep track of what's going on with bullet points. I'm like,
see, there was a show. What was that? Do you remember? Was it Wayward Pines? Did anybody watch that one?
I remember that. That was that the one with what's his name from There's Something But Mary.
Oh yeah, Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, thank you. Yes,
Matt Dillon.
but I know of it.
I forgot he was in that.
Matt Dillon was in
about that the other day. We were watching the one of those old fucking movies with Ralph Macchio and Matt Dillon. I'm like, remember when Matt Dillon was supposed to be this big deal?
He was in. He was like the main character in the first season of that, and then the second season
he was in Takers. Don't even fucking get me started.
In the second season, it was Jason Patrick replaced him as. But it was a different character. It wasn't the same character. It had a cool theme to it, though. It was like all these people were woke up after being frozen through the apocalypse, and it was like the earth was a wasteland, and they lived in this sheltered community with these huge walls, but they didn't know it. It was like
Los Angeles.
Yeah, basically. Berkeley. It was it was all it was all fucking like these crazy ass like creatures outside of these walls, and they had a couple of them, but they were like people that had kind of morphed over the years into these monsters, and it was just a cool show, man. But like they didn't know they were in the future, basically, and they were being unthawed, except for like a couple people that were like left in charge. So it was kind of a cool concept, but it got canceled after 2 seasons. That was like kind of a sci-fi type deal. It was neat though. I always thought it was neat. That one, and there was another one. What's his name? We were talking about a Melrose Place reboot the other day, which they're doing, and I'm ecstatic about. Is Grant Show was in the show called Point Pleasant.
Okay.
You remember that one?
That one I don't remember.
Yes.
They did a half season, I think, and I was so hooked in. It was the same thing with the show Invasion on ABC. But that was another bad reboot show.
There's a wonderful book that you need to read, Pete, called Mothman Prophecies. I'm not talking about the movie.
I've seen the movie.
No.
Yeah.
The movie and the book are completely different.
Yes, I have heard that.
I'm not saying that the movie's not good. I actually enjoy the movie, but the book, the Mothman Prophecies, is more like X-Files than actual X-Files.
I like that.
There's a whole bunch of the guy that wrote the book, Richard Keel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He wrote it's like a documented set of all these different UFO settings that happened prior to the bridge breaking down. Now the bridge breaks down in the movie, that actually happened, the Ohio Bridge.
Yeah.
But prior to that, there was all these UFO sightings. They gloss over that. They don't address any of the UFO stuff in the movie.
Yep.
They just focus on the Mothman, which was just one of many things that was reported to be sighted in that area before that event happened.
I was so freaked out.
It's a well-documented phenomenon that's happened all over the world, that people see this creature prior to a giant catastrophic event happening.
Yeah.
In cities, earthquakes, volcanoes, like throughout history. So I like stuff like that. I'm big into UFOs. And
absolutely.
Yeah, nerdy or not, I read books.
What?
Crazy, right?
I was so happy. I was so happy the other night when I was putting Trey to bed, and I asked him what he wanted me to read, and he walked into my office and grabbed a Star Wars comic. I was so happy. I was like, oh, and it's from 1983 too, so it's not, I was really happy about that shit, man. I was like, that's my boy.
Good stuff.
I asked him because Monica sent a Man Thing, and we read a little bit of it. And I asked him, I was like, do you want to read more of that? And he goes, no, Daddy, that's a little bit scary.
I wondered.
He said, that's scary. I said, okay, we'll read that during the day, buddy. We won't read that at bedtime anymore. Because I read it to him at bedtime.
I don't feel like that's really meant for kids. I don't know.
But I read him, to be fair, God damn it. I read him.
Wait till you hear that Knives Out. I was like, God.
I was reading some R.L. Stein books before bed too.
That's what you said. You said that you used to read that. So
yeah, he dug the book, the comic. I think the creature scared him, like the pictures and stuff like that.
I'm sorry, not Richard Keel. But you know what's funny is I was reading this book. I used to work a security job in a retirement center, and I had the night shift, and I would watch the place from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 or 8:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. Lock the place up and do patrols. I'm reading this fucking book. I'm by myself. All the old people are sleeping. I'm reading this book by myself.
Somebody gets stabbed.
Some of the stories in here gave me fucking goosebumps, bro.
Dude, the movie freaked me out.
Patrols, I'm like, why am I reading this shit by myself? I must be out of my mind.
Put it in the freezer.
The scariest thing you probably, hey man, the scariest thing you probably dealt with working security in a senior center is listen to all them old fossils bang at night, because that's like, that seriously, dude, like
why? Stop. Just
because
stop.
Old
Stop.
people. Have you ever heard
Stop.
that old
Stop
people
it.
are like them homes?
Stop it. Stop it.
That's
Stop
a bit
it.
dirty. It's like Jurassic Park up, and it's like mating season on the Serengeti. They're all up in there going fuck wild, breaking hips and shit. There's Geritol and Ben Gay everywhere.
Stop.
That movie Cocoon.
That movie Cocoon, yep. That was an orgy, bro.
Jesus
Hmm?
Christ.
No, Pete.
That's
No.
good
That's where
fly.
people went to
Cut
die.
his mic off. Cut it off.
Remove him.
You lost your speaking privileges.
Lemon party.
Oh, I think this is probably. Do you have any more TV stuff, or are we?
No, that's about it for the week, man.
We're pretty much
Oh, thank
done for the
God.
week, aren't we? Yeah. MJ's tired. MJ, thank you so much for seeing Knives Out, even though it was painful.
Yeah, thank you, girl.
Now you know what it feels like to be us. So we're
Yep.
all on the same page. Reset
One of
level.
us. One
of us. One of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
so now you understand when we say Ryan Johnson is a smug bastard, that's why he's a smug bastard, because he wants to subvert expectations, not entertain. He wants to trick people into a movie theater and then piss them off. Gets off on that sort of thing. That's not really the makings of a
I wasn't
successful
even
director.
I wasn't even mad. I was just like, I just want
Irritated.
to leave. There's
Yeah, you're
14,000 other things I could be doing right now.
Right.
It was
But you
2
did-
hours and 10 minutes, not including the trailers.
And now we can warn all of our fans that seeing Knives Out is a complete waste of time. They don't have to do it, and that all of the reports that we're reading is obviously for a movie that you didn't see. So
Well, that's why I want somebody else to see it, because maybe I'm just wrong.
We'll talk
But-
about it. We'll talk about it Monday night.
the problem is
But-
you're talking to three guys that have been personally destroyed by Ryan
But that's the
Johnson.
thing is, like, I literally have no feelings towards that man whatsoever.
No,
I
my
mean,
feelings
I
towards
do
that man is I
now,
just
but
wanna
when I went
slap-
in,
I want to slap him in his smug face. And
yeah.
Oh,
See, I
I-
didn't though. I
Grow
didn't.
up, dude.
I'll kick him back to space station soy.
I watched that movie as a movie, and God,
And you still hated it at this point.
That's
But
sad.
you sat it through just so that you could give us this review and tell us that it's not worth
No.
our time at all.
I sat through it because I had nothing else to do for 2 hours.
Until the next movie. That's a long time to be.
That's what I
bored.
mean. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Sit in the lobby on my phone?
That was one of my biggest problems with 21 Bridges is like I'm realizing 10 minutes in that this is the fucking movie and this is all we're going to get. I'm like, you got Keith David in a movie and you're not going to let him have any lines. Fuck you, movie.
That was
Fuck
like Charlie's Angels, man. Like I said, 33 minutes in, I'm on Twitter. I'm messaging you
I
guys,
can't-
going, please help.
I can't wait for you to watch the Jamie Lee Curtis blubbering scene.
Oh god.
I'm so sick of Jamie Lee
Should I-
Curtis.
should I-
I used to like Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm kind of over her now.
I didn't like her.
Long gone.
I didn't like her in Halloween 2018. Stay tuned.
That's when I became
This-
sick of her.
Stay tuned.
Hold on.
2020. My Halloween 2018 review will be coming out. 2020.
This was the most intriguing part of her. She had the round, like glasses on, like the
Mhm.
Harry Potter round,
Like they showed her in the previews with them.
but it kept blocking her eyebrows. So I kept staring, trying to figure out if she had eyebrows or not.
Are those caterpillars on your forehead or those your goddamn
No, wait,
glasses?
you couldn't see them. But then she like moved her forehead, and I was like, oh, there's a little bit of one. So
Now,
that's
see,
what
what would have been funny is if she'd have taken the glasses off and she had like two fucking black circles here, like the Three Stooges cartoons.
She never took them off. So I
Give me
I
those
don't- she
binoculars,
might-
wise guy.
Yeah, it was.
That's too bad. Something like it's been a long time since they've done a murder mystery, and there's things that they could have done with that. But
It really it
once
had
again, he had
potential.
an agenda.
Didn't they just do Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah, and I heard that was pretty good.
Daisy Ridley was in
A
that.
remake, but it's Kenneth Branagh movie. I mean, he doesn't usually make garbage.
Yeah.
But anyways, if anybody doesn't have any questions, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Pretty good turnout. I know people are traveling this weekend, but thank you so much to everybody that stopped by. Going to acknowledge the chat real quick here, make sure I didn't miss anybody. To Brian K, Keely Chow, Goober Brothers Entertainment, Faceman666, thanks for stopping by. Cody from Groover Brothers, Ryan Kinnell from RK Outpost. We had Ray's Double Dong, aka Chris Wicks.
Hail, Chris
Fatal J
Wicks.
stopped by, always says hi to Fatal J. Thank you so much for that. And like I said, I'll be doing some videos this week. I'll probably be doing some live streams with these guys too on their channel. So make sure you subscribe to
Activia.
Etepakuyan's a place to be reviews. Pete, or actually MJ, why don't you go ahead and plug the channel?
Because I have no idea what I'm plugging.
Yeah, I had no idea what you're plugging. All right.
That's what she said.
That's what he said. Pete beat me to it.
Okay, insert rod support A into slot B.
That's
And
what.
if you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
It's scary. You know us well enough for these clips to be accurate.
He does. He just knows when to hit the button.
Belong in this. I always have a soundboard ready for every single stream because I just know where it's going to go. So I have a whole different sound set for the boardroom. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and plug your channel.
Go ahead, Pete. I don't even know what we're doing.
Heat Queens is the place to be reviews. Go on over, subscribe, ding that bell for notifications. We'll be there Monday night for episode number 78 of Monday Night Going in Raw from the place to be reviews. You can join actually us four right here, plus one. Coach Loudy will be back at home. We've missed him dearly over these last couple weeks. It was kind of
Loudy's still Loudy, y'all.
Yep, Rowdy Loudy will be back in the place to be. We'll be talking some Star Wars and some Marvel and some other goodness that's come up over the weekends. Like I don't know, like Robert Pattinson not being able to put on enough size to play the Batman because his bitch made. Eat some protein, boy. Get some carbs up in you.
Hey, that's a real thing.
It's a Batwoman.
Ruby Rose might have bigger biceps than Robert Pattinson.
Remember when Christian Bale put too much weight on? He had to take some of it off when he did Batman Begins. I remember that.
Yep. I mean, no, you come on over. And speaking of that, I do. Yes, you will have a Batwoman review Monday morning.
Yes.
Well, probably Monday afternoon. There'll be episode 8, the Mad Tea Party. I'll be reviewing. And this
you
will
almost
be
killed Adam.
At least this will be a Alice / Rachel Scarston centered episode. So I'll have at least something pretty to look at. Of course, will be Ruby Rose and that voice changer. You got to change that because I can't take Batwoman sounding all like this. It just doesn't.
A voice changer like Batman now.
Yeah, she. It's funny because like Ruby Rose flips a button and it's so funny because
everybody makes fun
I'm
of Christian
Batwoman,
Bale when he's
motherfucker.
talking his gravelly voice. I'm like, don't you think that would be the most fucking sensible thing to do rather than have an automatic voice changer?
Yep.
But no. Ben Affleck is obviously the better Batman.
So come on over to the place to be reviewed. Subscribe for all that fun. We got the boardroom that rotates around. For those of you who don't know, it's myself, Groove from Raiders of the Lost Flicks, Cody from Gruber Brothers Entertainment, and the Don of 2 Cents Toys, Salvador. And we have this little show called The Boardroom. We're the smaller channels rotating show on Wednesday nights, and that's all right because you love us. You love us. And that's
I don't
all
have a choice.
I don't love you.
You do. You do.
Okay, I do.
You do. Don't lie. Don't you?
Mira,
don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me.
Oh my God, I've heard that voice all for 2.5 hours.
Why?
That's the main
Out?
character of Knives Out. That noise right there.
I've eliminated no suspects. He's so bad with
So
that.
Ryan Johnson's already haunting you, even when you're not thinking about the movie. You are one of us.
Hey, Ryan Johnson's living in her head rent free now.
And this is the other thing that I really was confused on. Why does he make all of his characters with a shadow on their faces? Like there was like a grated window or something, so it was like this light coming through.
Trying to flip shade to J.J. Abrams since he always does. The exact opposite.
It was really annoying. I'm like, stop fucking doing that. Like, stop. That was within the 20 minutes of I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I'm looking forward to the day where Daniel Craig, the best thing he's going to be able to get is he's going to be selling life insurance or fucking hawking one.
Yep. He'll be on there. He'll replace Dennis Quaid.
He'll be selling
life
insurance for.
If he's selling life insurance, I'm killing myself.
He'll be on one of those old people channels like selling CPAP supplies or something like that.
He sucks as an actor.
He's not.
Really does.
He's probably the worst Bond I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah. He is the worst. I've said it before. The best thing about Daniel Craig is he will be a lot nicer to Roger Moore afterwards.
Yeah. I'll take Timothy Dalton over Daniel Craig.
I like Timothy. I like all of them except for Craig. Craig's the only one I hate.
And I'm not a big Bond fan. I'm not like an aficionado, but I've seen enough of the movies I don't like Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
anyways,
you're not gonna like him in this.
Episode 3 of Raiders Lost Flicks Live. I want to thank you, my guests, and everybody for being here. And we're gonna get the hell out of here. So you guys have yourselves a groovy week, a groovy day, a groovy weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Friends don't let friends watch Ryan Johnson movies.
Come on, cut it out. That's it.
Am I not your friend then?
Cut it out.
You're my friend. I tried to stop you.
We all had to watch Ryan Johnson movies to get where we are today. Oh, Goober Brothers. Monica's triggered by the Fandom Menace. Or Monica's triggered by Ryan Johnson. Welcome to the Fandom Menace.
Everyone has to deal with the Johnson.
Yeah, that's